Welcome back to another Sunday with the Other Comic Book Show. Today I'm joined by Joe Zulin as usual and special guest Cliff Born Comics. What's going on, guys?
A ray of Sunday sunshine.
It really is. It really is.
I was talking about you, Cliff. You're the ray of Sunday sunshine.
Oh, so sweet.
That is sweet.
I'm just an evil bastard. That's just me. All hell Satan.
I'm just thinking how, I want to have a nice life. I'd like not to be living paycheck to paycheck. Some basic.
Did Cliff just freeze? You just froze.
Well, I'm saying I have basic bitch wishes, like a nice life and not living paycheck to paycheck.
Nothing wrong.
I do not miss those days.
Must be nice to have a pension and a retirement. Mama baby.
Retired life of leisure.
Well, it only took fighting with a prisoner, having 3 surgeries, waiting 3.5 years, going through BS with state retirement system to get where I am. Damn it.
Look at that. So that means I gotta get someone to bite me at work, file the claim, go through years of court, go through surgery, hobbling about, and then it's like, oh look, I did it. I've achieved my basic dream.
Oh wait, don't forget the 3.5 years of workers' comp following me around, making sure I was actually hurt.
You know what?
They gotta do that. There's plenty of people that do cheat the system on that.
And by the way, I would make sure that anytime workers' comp was coming to check on me, that I was being bathed by my health aide. I would make sure every time.
They're seeing
they were so
they're
funny.
seeing bits. They're seeing bits anytime they come around.
They were
exactly.
I know everybody lived on my street. So when you see a strange car parked for hours, somebody sitting there, it's so obvious. Jeez.
Or how about that the entire neighborhood wants to know what's up? Why is there a car? I've never seen this blue car before. They're parked in front of your place. This is one of the few times where I'm so happy I don't know my neighbors, except one. He really keeps an eye on me, and that's nice. But dude, talk about upping your business. He asked me if I was working from home. I'm like, no, I've been working in the office since April. What are you talking about?
Wow.
And he didn't specify. Do you know why he said that? Because I took 3 days off for my birthday, so I had been home for 3 days. And it didn't dawn on me for three more days. I'm like, why would he say that? What was he thinking? I'm like, oh, this bitch is wondering why my car didn't move for 3 days.
That's why I live in the middle of nowhere. I got a neighbor 2 acres to the right.
I almost live in the middle. Listen, for someone as broke as me, this is the best This is the best I can get to the middle of nowhere for someone as broke as my ass. I'm in a damn cul-de-sac. There are only 24 homes here. All right. I mean, this is the best you can do for lower middle class. All right. It takes 22 minutes in one direction and 12 minutes in the other direction to get to the nearest ghetto. Like I have pushed away. I have pushed away as much as I could.
Let me say hi to the chat. We got Terry Floyd. Boo! Why are you booing? Nerdy Geek. What's up, Cliff? Meet again. TM Nerdy. Welcome. Hey, Cliffy.
Travis.
Lisa Noble. What's going on? El Labelle. What's going on? Mama Bear. Hello, boys. Lucifer House. Everything going? John's Comics with Kids. Evening, gentlemen. Lock Ian. I'm sorry. When? Well, boy, what's going on? We're gonna have a good show today. We're gonna talk some comics. We're gonna talk some rumors, some movie stuff. We're going to possibly tell you some books to buy. Well, recommend you buy some keys, and we're gonna go over FOC to end the show. And I think next Sunday. Might as well say it now, since I'm going to do a 1,500 subscriber giveaway.
Woo!
What? 1,500?
Everyone loves free shit.
Yeah, free stuff. I never thought I would get to 1,500, And one of the books that will be given away next week will be one of these.
There you go. First Furious.
Mad Max Fury Road from Vertigo. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification to be notified when I go live next week. What's this? Don't worry, Joe. The buzzers are keeping an eye just like they do me every day.
Yeah. I got plenty of those too.
Hip Hop's and Me. What's up, Cliff Brucifer and Joe's Doolin? So I will be giving away maybe 10 books next Sunday.
Oh my, that's a lot of giveaways.
I got to clean out some boxes over here. You don't realize how many triples and 5 copies of books you have. So let's get into some pickups for this week. Actually, I have books that came in yesterday. So, Star Trek, number 11, the Suspira variant. I'm trying to pick up all of her.
There you go.
Star Trek covers.
I'm telling you, they're so inexpensive.
Yeah,
they're worth it to pick up.
One of the books we are reading today, Let This One Be a Devil,
which I enjoyed.
Yes. Creature Commandos, number 5, the Fumara.
Finally, a good Creatures Commandos cover.
I know.
The Creature Commandos title.
Catwoman 73, Panosian.
Nice. Catwoman's been killing it on covers.
This cover is very very
Panosian has been killing it on covers. That's the reality.
Yes, he
has. Nightwing 123, another Panosian. I love the way he draws Babs.
Yeah.
I like how he drew Nightwing this time, but there was one time that was kind of off.
No, was that the wet suit look? Like it was like wet leather?
I'm not sure. It was just there was a one that was just off. I can't remember very well.
It was a little more close up on the face, I believe.
Yeah, and like it was cute, but it just did not look like Nightwing, so it was weird.
It's not the dick you like.
I
mean, if that we're gonna call it what it is.
I think everybody likes a little dick in their life. The Question, number 4, the Perillo.
Nice.
Zatanna, number 1. Panosian variants. I picked up 3.
The Midtown?
Yeah, the Midtown exclusive.
Yeah, it is nice. And I like if you don't pay attention, you don't realize, okay, yes, it is the lasso of truth. And there is the Batman accessories in there, and there is little Soups in there as well. Soupscape.
Finally got these. Monsters, Mark Spears, number 2, second printing, maybe, I think. Oh, it says it on the back.
The Derjevic homage.
Yeah.
From Fallout 4.
What they called it, the turkey variant. It actually comes with a card that has 45 or 350. So I got 45, 46, and 47. And I know. I had to pick this up. Don't judge me, anybody, yet. Absolute Batman, number 5, the Mark Spears version variant.
I'm judging, but sure. You do you, boo. You do you.
The Monsters 3, 1 in 25. It was like $20. I was like, yeah. A lot cheaper than Keen Spot's prices. And then I won these in a raffle. The Absolute Batman number 1, the Akira variants, all 3, the gold, the red, and the regular one.
That's the only one that matters. The regular one's the only one.
The gold one's the only one that even moderately excites me.
I do like the gold.
You know, because like that one actually like feels like something, and everything else just feels like yes, I'm familiar. Thanks.
And I was I've been picking up Green Lantern first appearances. And here's one I didn't have. Green Lantern 201. First appearance of Kilowog in a 9-0.
Nice.
Oh, very
But
nice.
what makes this special?
Oh, it's Mark Jewelers.
Mark Jewelers.
Oh, wow.
I paid way below fair market value for that.
There you go.
Yep. Barely over $100 for that book. All right. You want to go, Joe? You got anything?
I kind of have what I had on Friday. I haven't had much come in. Like I said, I got my copies of Hal, which I enjoy. I got my flops stuff that came in.
I love that cover.
And nothing on flops, but my mailman tried to cram it into the mailbox and rip the shit out of the envelope. But the books were fine, so that's good. And I got some Sam Payne's pinup book, Vector Girls.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So got a few of those signed, which is always nice. That's all I got. I had a very, very slow week this week. I got stuff coming, but
you got anything, Cliff?
Not here yet.
Let's see. What are we working with?
I don't know. What are you working with?
There's so much stuff. I don't know. Maybe because I'm sorry, my tummy's been off today, so I'm off today. So here's a bag of things. So I don't know if you've seen anything. I did 2 grab bags, and one of them Alpha Flight #1, baby.
Why not?
Yay.
So this is like my second Alpha Flight #1. Very exciting. Hulk 331, the first intelligent gray Hulk. And Spider-Man #2 from the McFarlane run.
Why not? It's hard to
Avengers 272 featuring Alpha Flight.
There you go. Can Puck swim? That's the question.
More Hulk.
Tim Keown's great.
And my favorite from the 2 grab bag boxes, X Factor #1.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, nice.
And then for myself, Avengers 150.
Ooh.
Avengers 151.
Nice.
Avengers 152.
Are those from My Comic Shop?
Yep.
Nice.
And Supervillain Team Up number.
I love Supervillain Team Ups. Such great Doom covers.
Now, 4 of these 4 are 4 of the many parts that I need to complete the Private War of Dr. Doom. But most importantly, now that I have this one, I feel free to tell people that this is the first time Iron Man and Dr. Doom go one-on-one with each other. It predates Iron Man 150 by 2 or 3 years. So there you go.
That X Factor. That was the first run I ever tried to complete as a kid.
Right? Because it was just good.
And I did. I mean, as a kid, I completed 1 through 100 for that run, and it was such a great feeling of accomplishment that now I end up being a completionist with things.
Joe, Lisa wants me to show you a Vampirilla she's chasing. You probably have it. You know what cover it is?
Oh, Ickpot, baby. I love Ickpot. I really do. I'm actually looking to list some of my Ickpot stuff that I have duplicates of, but I love that baby.
Do you have this cover, Joe?
No, I do not have this cover.
I would have thought you would have had that. Hey, Daryl.
I'm always up on Ickpot's Udon stuff, or if he does a Kickstarter, I cover on a Kickstarter. But some of the other stuff, like con exclusives and stuff like that, I just always seem to go a little sideways on this. Plus, I hate paying up for that stuff. Like a Kickstarter, I know what I'm getting in at, and I know what I'm getting, and I know it'll be limited. But con exclusive, sometimes I'm like, I'm not going to the con. I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay up on a lot of those books, so it becomes a little difficult.
Yeah, because a lot of these con exclusives, they're hot for that weekend, and then 2 weeks later, they're like under whatever people are paying for on eBay. So it's better off to wait for con exclusives, wait for the heat to die off of them.
Yeah, I mean, and some will hold, like the Wheeljack Vampirella. That thing took off and just it
still up there.
Went up and stayed up. And sometimes it's okay to miss a book. I've very happy with that in my life at this point. You're not going to get every book. You're not going to catch every book. And when you miss it, sometimes you miss it. It's not worth chasing.
True. If please hit the like button and subscribe. If you're watching on Kingdom of Nerds, head over to Clip on Comics, subscribe and like. If you're watching on Clip on Comics, head over to Kingdom of Nerds, like and subscribe so you don't miss the 2 best shows on YouTube.
I mean, I couldn't have said it any better.
You know, I had you on my mind, so I guess that worked. All right, let's get into this damn show.
What position am I in when I'm on your mind?
Back or facing? All right, let's get into some news. What do we got here? Charlie Cox is interested in playing the Joker.
Stop it.
Shut up and get out.
Stop with
Shut up and get out. Shut up and get out.
I never want to see another news story that says
I also
is
never
interested in.
Again. I'm done. All of you go home. Everyone shut up. Everyone go home. If I hear one more, I want to play the Joker, I'm going to start drowning, motherfucker. I'm going to just start drowning them left and right.
How many actors have come out in the last month saying they want to play the Joker?
You are Daredevil. You made your red skin suit bed. Lay in it. Shut up. Get out. Daredevil.
Get your Marvel nut and be happy with it.
My God. First he wants to be in an Avengers movie. No one needs Daredevil on the Avengers. Just saying. Now he wants to come to DC and play the Joker. You weren't that funny in She-Hulk, buddy. You weren't that funny.
I don't mind Charlie Cox. I'm just so tired of all these. This person is interested in playing this. Well, that's fantastic. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Unless DCU is interested, unless DC is interested in Charlie Cox playing the Joker, that's more news for me. Not Charlie Cox is interested in it.
Unless I'm
interested in playing the Joker. Is that news?
I'll make it news next week.
It's not. It's not news at all.
unless you're caught by paparazzi having lunch with James Gunn in somewhere in LA, you're not getting offered the role. Stop begging. All these actors begging for jobs. I know you want to work. I know eventually this money's going to dry out in Marvel. But, just saying.
I'm guessing the money odds would be better on Sean Gunn playing the Joker than Charlie Cox.
Sean Gunn is the Joker. Let's go.
That's a little bit funny, but also...
yeah. Ooh. Could be.
Listen, all these people need to stop. They need to shut up. They need to shut their mouths. They need to shut their legs. They need to shut everything up. Stop it. This news cycle just is vomit inducing. Like, I miss not hearing everything and being terribly afraid all the time. Ooh. So at the very least, we're gonna go and raise the system. How? I don't even know.
I don't know.
But anyhow, it's just so foul. Just everyone shut up, work on a quality product. Support your quality product by advertising it properly and doing the tour, and then give me a good product I enjoy in the theater. And everyone just shut up. I mean, I'm so tired. James Gunn is the worst. Bitch, you just shut up. You are setting the bar for your own failure. Just shut up. I can't. I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry. I've just been really toxic the last week. I'm so sorry.
I feel the same way. I mean, unfortunately, we kind of live and breathe in this lane of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's hard to avoid. Otherwise, I would say just avoid all the bullshit sites.
But you can't. We're trapped. It's absolutely trapped.
Yeah. All right. We got a $5 $4.99 super chat on Clip's channel from Bona Jams. Here to see if Doctor Who Owlman will grace us with his presence. And normally huge libido. What's good, boys and boys? XOXO.
Boner Jams 96 or 98? I'm not sure which had the best boners.
You know what? I haven't completed a taste test, so I'll find out.
I'm gonna have to say 1975. That was a very good year for boners.
Damn, Bruce, how old are you?
49.
Then how could it be? Oh, 75. Oh, for birthing boners. Got it. Got it. Okay.
Boner Jams 03. Thank you, Boner Jams, for clearing that up. I'm sure it was a fine compilation in 03.
All right, moving on from this nonsense to more nonsense. Marvel Studios is reportedly considering Daisy Ridley for a role in Spider-Man 4. Dom is not here to yell and scream about this, so yay.
I have no... she is a snack. Daisy Ridley is a snack. I love Daisy Ridley.
All right. What? But you know what? But also, you know what? Shut up, Marvel Studios. Everyone shut up. Just shut up and take it home. All right, because now that we hear this rumor, well, who would she play? What would she do?
Yeah, Star
Wars ever come off of her? Like, it's just awful. How about just have her show up and kick ass and be great and be like, ooh,
yeah.
Daisy Ridley did not ruin your Star Wars. Disney ruined your Star Wars. Get it right. They made those decisions. She showed up for her check, just like the rest of us do.
I've seen her in other things which I've enjoyed, and I'm fine with that. I take Star Wars at an arm's length because it's a shit show, and it's not worth getting into the shit show of Star Wars.
Cleaner was dumb fun. Hey, Degrassi. Daisy really ruined my Star Wars. What?
That was what I was just addressing. Yes.
Hey, Artrell. What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. The only one that, like Cliff said, the only ones that ruin Star Wars is you. You guys holding on to the past. Let it go. Luke, Leia, and Hans is not coming back. And Boba Fett needs to die.
No, I think we could say J.J. Abrams probably had a little hand in shit in the bed as well with Star Wars.
They all did. How do you announce a new trilogy and then not plan
a new trilogy?
They had a plan. And then they
did not have a plan. Their plan was shooting themselves in the foot.
Their plan was about as concrete as Blade, the Blade screenplay.
Let me tell you something. They're the example of, oh well, let's just do it anyway. That's what they are. They're like, well, let's just get it out there.
It's a collaborative effort. Listen, you cannot blame the actors. The actors did what they came to do. They didn't write the script. They didn't direct it. They didn't greenlight it. They just showed up, got paid, and went about their business. So, Artrell, 199 super chat. Here you go. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you.
I mean, Star Wars would have been fine. All they had to do was add a shower scene like Starship Troopers, and it would have been perfect. It would have been fine.
Listen, I will say this about Star Wars: the prequels sucked. Two of the three original trilogy movies sucked.
You don't like long green screen tracking shots of people just walking for long periods of time talking.
By the way, may I play my thank you video for the super chat?
Oh, I forgot you have thank you videos. Go right ahead, sir.
All right. Just it's there. Just play it. This is for you, Boner Jams.
Oh.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Blade showing up in Doctor Strange 3 because that makes most sense. What? DC Studio Superman press event coverage this week.
Sounds interesting.
That's when they're going to announce James Gunn is doing Superman 2 with Zack Snyder.
Okay. Yep. Are there going to be some stills so we can complain about underwear or boots or cockeyed?
Or collars or textures or what else? The length of the cape, the breed of the dog. What else did people complain about?
I was a little disappointed in the breed of the dog, but that's my own personal. It's my own personal cross to bear.
Hashtag Joe hates dogs. God damn you, Joe.
I love dogs. And I was very happy to see Crypto. So,
I mean, I was happy to see Crypto.
Me too.
Very happy.
I love that whistle in the beginning of that trailer. All right, moving on. Marvel Comics cancels X-Force, Nyx, and probably X Factor with issue 10.
Yes, because they never should have launched them.
These
no, not they never should have launched them. Again, should have made a better plan. You know,
they dumped everything at once. There was very, very little gap in between. Hey, Krakoa's over. We're starting from scratch. Look, all I need was 2 X-Men titles.
All I need in my life. X-Men, X Factor, Storm, and Wolverine, and then one book that is a rotating miniseries that focuses on the other 1,000 mutants out there, and we could be happy. That way, we check in on these little bastards.
You know, this week last week Wednesday I was on the TAC show, and we read what was that? X-Men 132. There was like a handful of mutants in the world. There was no worries. It was all about the Hellfire Club, Phoenix, blah, blah, blah. It was such good writing. And then you got 17 X-Men books now. I don't know half the characters. I don't know where they came from. It's confusing for people if they want to jump in and read X-Men.
It was just too much. It was like reboot and establish your universe with a couple centerpiece books, cornerstone books, and then give your one shots, give your Storms, give your Psylocks, give your Rogues, whatever. That's great. And then roll off an X Factor, roll off an X Force where you don't have Forge. Something.
Forge should not be leading a team of anything.
Any man that wears cut off jeans so short that your balls hang out of them should not be leading a mutant team.
Well, unless they're in the locker room.
That's just poor risk management.
Hey, what's going on? Congrats on your 300 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to Heroes for Hire Comic Club, please subscribe. Great content over there. He just hit 300 subs. Let's get him to 500 subs.
Oh, that's another thing. You mentioned Exceptional X-Men. Out of all NYX has been pretty awful, but Exceptional X-Men has been pretty bad. Yeah. I was surprised that goes before X Factor and X Force, but
I don't get it.
It is what it is.
And that isn't Sentinel still going?
That was a mini. I didn't even pay attention to it.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to that crap.
I mostly read indies. There's just too much of this shit going on. I don't have time to read like 75 different titles in Marvel to know what's going on with the mutants. It's too much. Yep. Too much.
And finally on news, who wears short shorts?
Forge wears short shorts.
I do when I'm at home. Thank you very much. I have nice thighs. And finally for the news, Keanu Reeves updates us on Constantine 2. Pitched the story to DC recently, and they approved. Script is now being written. They've been trying to get a sequel made for over a decade. Will take place in the same world as the OG film.
I liked the original film. You could say what you want. You could say about comic accuracy or this. I don't give a shit. I enjoyed the first film. I got Tilda Swinton.
Yeah,
that's
and with that said, I never asked for a sequel, and I don't need one.
that is also fair as well. I did like the character. It would.
It's fine. It's fine for what it was, but I enjoy that Constantine movie the way that I enjoy Jake Gyllenhaal in Roadhouse. I pretend it's not what it's named.
Yes, I agree, and that's fair. That's fair.
This was not a Constantine movie, the first one.
But
it was Constantine-ish.
Yes.
It was Constantine adjacent.
Constantine universe.
It was Constantine adjacent. It was.
It was an Americanized Constantine.
Yeah, and somehow people decided that even though we had a lovely fellow give us a lovely Constantine on television, that we wanted to go back to this, And again, but
he did do a great job on TV. I enjoyed him.
That show was so good.
From the original NBC series to carrying over to the other stuff on CW, he was enjoyable Constantine.
Yeah.
It's gonna. If they don't hire him, there's definitely something wrong over there at DC.
At least they still use him for voice acting, so
yeah,
he's in the mix.
Yeah, that's good. And let's get to comic review. What 3 books that we reviewed this week?
I gave you 2 out of 3 this week. I was choring all day today outside working. I got to New Gods and I was like, there's a lot.
All right, New Gods 3.
That's the only one I'm ready with.
Go ahead, Cliff. You can start it.
No, I can't start it. It was good.
All right.
I love Rom. What am I going to say? I love Rom V, and I lost the book where I put my notes, so I can't even remember anything.
There was a lot going on.
It's a beautiful series. The art is gorgeous in it.
It is a beautiful series, but I can't believe that people would sleep on Rom V. Like, what does he have to do to prove himself? I
don't know. He's always a solid go-to.
Everything he's done. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr was very impressive.
This book, it has been. It makes you care about these characters. It makes you care about this. I didn't even care that they spent so much time in the backstory of these 3 gods.
Yes,
it was so good. So good.
And that's the only reason I will be reading this book, because I've been reading it. But I was like, I don't have time to sit through this with my bad eyes and try to get through all this text today. I skimmed through it and I was like, shit, I got Barda and Mr. Miracle at the end. I'm happy.
See, you got Barda. Yeah, you're lucky Barda and Mr. Miracle. Yeah.
Well, they explain where, if you've been keeping up with the story, they explain where the child has come from, how he got on Earth, and
right, the child that they're actually after versus Barda Miracle's kid who's being targeted.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is this? Speed Legacy sequel is at Warner's?
Do we got nothing else to do?
No, we don't.
Speed. We need another one of those movies. What, is Sandra Bullock bored?
Are we getting Robert Patrick? Are we getting Robert
Patrick back?
Oh, Fox Disney.
Is he getting a fresh hair job for this?
Remember when Barda and Superman made Intergalactic Space Point? Yes.
No, they did not finish. Okay, let's be clear. But Miracle busted in there and broke that right up before it happened. Yeah, but the art on this book is wild.
It's a beautiful book.
Oh yeah, you're already zooming in. What am I doing? Oh my gosh.
It is.
You're already zoomed in.
It's a very beautiful book. Rom V is a good writer. I mean, he's a damn fine writer.
Nerdy Geek, I also love the first Speed film. It is proof that you do not, we don't need a sequel to everything. And Speed 2 is a reminder we don't need a sequel to everything.
Speed
the cat's kind of out of the bag after the first movie.
Yeah, don't let this boat slow down.
There was a sequel to Speed, right?
Yes, the one with the boat with Robert Patrick.
I didn't watch that one.
Oh my god, dude! No one actually intentionally watched that movie.
No,
I'm glad I never did.
It just happened organically. You just realize, oh shit, I'm watching this movie.
Yeah, you fall into it around 3 a.m. when.
Yeah, that's how you know we live. That's how you know we currently live in a spoiled time in our lives, because you could just miss that. You could just miss movies, because there's so much to watch. I tell my friend, oh, have you caught up on Spider-Man? Oh, I haven't watched a single episode yet. I'm still finishing season 1 of that Apple show that I love. I'm forgetting the name of. Where the people have split identities for working
Severance?
from home. Severance. I'm still catching up on season 1 of Severance. I'm like, season 1 of Severance, bitch. How far back are you on television?
It's Severance. It took them like 2 years to make another season.
Right, you had 2 years.
I don't know. I don't understand. I'm a binge person. If I start watching a show that I really, really like, there's a good chance I'm going to sit, if all the episodes are available, and binge it for as many days as possible until it's done. I don't feel good about it otherwise. Because if you walk away from something like that, you never go back to it a lot of times.
Like I was telling Joe earlier, yesterday or what, Friday, I started watching Preacher when it came on and just lost interest. I'm up to season 4. I binged this week I don't know how people start stuff and then just stop.
They do.
I can't. No, I can't. Because again, if I do that, it's rare that I really.
Hey, Cohiba. Reacher. That's another one I gotta watch. I haven't seen Reacher.
I watched the first 3 episodes that dropped already, and I'm like, damn, now I gotta wait till the 27th for more.
Yo, I was gonna say, like, I'm sorry, like, Bruce, like, is the lead for Reacher not enough of a reason to watch? Did you not see my story today on Instagram where I'm watching for the plot?
Listen,
it's just scene after scene of his clothes falling right off.
Listen, me watching Reacher leads to a long time on Pornhub. All right, thank you very much.
Well, there's that.
Yes, there's that. That's why I haven't watched it. I have to watch it with someone because this way I'm not tempted to do things.
You are crazy. You're gonna watch it with somebody because you want to do things, and you're like, please, your Netflix and chill ass. I don't want to hear it.
I have. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever. Sure.
I'm still hoping for a Fast and the Furious Transformers crossover. Hello, Lady Fantastic. What's going on? We're talking about. I don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about Hot Reacher.
I thought we were supposed to talk about key books that we should be buying or want to buy.
We are.
We're talking about the books we read first.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. There's that too.
Gods, number 3.
Yeah. All right, next book. Let this one be a devil number 1.
It's a sleeper Tinian title.
By Tinian.
It's a sleeper
This
Tinian
book
title.
was so good. There was demons. There's set in the late 1800s. 1800s.
There were a couple jumps. There were a couple little time jumps.
It jumps back and forth. This is it's demons. It's a guy. He realizes there's demons in the world. Then it goes back in time with this guy and this woman. They have like 12 or 13 kids, and she gives birth to a demon. I was just like, what's going on here? It makes me actually want to get into the next issue.
I like Tinian is a strong starter. He's a very strong starter with books. He always gives me what I want. I say this all the time, but it doesn't matter. It's not overly wordy, but I get enough of the story that I'm interested. He doesn't have to load it with, a novel's worth of text to give you the basis of a story to move forward and interest you to read a second issue. And I enjoy that. He always grabs me off of a first issue that he does. Sometimes I tend to fall off of his books after a handful of issues, but he always starts very strong, and this is no exception.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen this book or had no intention of reading this, I would suggest you actually go to your shop and pick this up. It's a really good read.
Yeah, it's a Dark Horse book. Get it while Dark Horse is still a thing.
I know they're going to go under like Diamond soon.
Don't get me depressed.
Oh, jeez. And the next book was The Hive #1 from Image Comics, written by Lieberman.
I loved the covers on not just #1, but the previews for the future ones. So it had me interested.
I will say this. If you have any small children in the room right now while you're watching this, please escort them out the room. I'm about to show some interiors of this book.
It was, I don't know. It was a little bit of a sloppy first issue. They did a lot, and this is the problem I have with a lot of these books sometimes. they seem to do a lot in the book and a lot happens, but I leave the book after a first issue going, I still don't know what the fuck's going on.
Exactly. I like the art. I love orgies and multiple partners, and
I love smut. I enjoy smut as much as the next guy.
God. I love that I'm finally on a panel where we're all in agreement about smut. God, everyone is so pure. I encounter so many Puritan situations where I'm like,
please.
okay, it's not for you. All right.
Oh my God. I've seen panels where they clutch like this. God, you're talking about this.
I mean, I have books that I wouldn't review or talk about that are smut. This is smutty at times, but I wouldn't call it smut.
No.
This is in service to the story, I guess. It was a bit meandering. Like I said, they introduced and did a lot, but again, I ended not really feeling like I knew what the fuck was going on, and that bothered me a little bit.
You're right. I don't know if it was mind control. Do they have powers? Is there really a hive mind with this gang of individuals, like gangsters, but they have a queen?
Well, there were too many characters. I mean, if you compare this to the Tinian book, there weren't a ton of characters in each self-composed time frame that they were dealing with. You had a very kind of clear set of characters, and you understood those characters. You understood who they were. And you understood how they related to the story.
Yeah.
This had a lot of people thrown all around and a lot of shit going on, and I didn't feel like I knew where the hell I was at the end. Now maybe things pull together in issue 2 or 3, but you got to catch me in issue 1. There's too many goddamn indies out there. I buy a lot of indies, I read a lot of indies, but I'm continually reading a lot of indies. You got to catch me on issue number 1 and give me a hook.
Yep. So I don't know. I'm not gonna read the next issue. It didn't grab me like I thought it would. Like the first couple pages grabbed me.
This book went into second print.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
It's not the smut. I mean, there's plenty of smut books out there that you could buy. I mean, Jesus Christ, there's plenty of books out there.
I guess Dark Horse is only printing like 10 copies of books now.
Well, this is Image.
That's right. That's Image.
Yeah, this is Image. So I was surprised to see that after reading it. I was surprised. I mean, the cover the cover's great. It's a great fucking cover. And again, there's a large percentage of us out there that tend to be cover buys, for a lot of books. And that's what caught my eyes and why I wanted to read it. Because I was like, oh, that cover's hot and there's bees coming out of that gun. That looks interesting.
Street Corner orgies, y'all have everything in the States. It wasn't Street Corners, it was the Pier. Oh, never mind. It's not 1999. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We're not at the docks.
I hope Mark Spears does a cover. Bruce will buy 5 covers. What are you talking about? I only had
5 if you're lucky.
I had 3. 3 of the No Mas cover. God damn it, 3. That's it. And only got 1 of the Batman. So, meh. So, what do we have next? Next we have Joe's Doolin Said. Do we? Yep. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Joe's Doolin Said. What do you got, Joe? Oh, sorry.
For this week, so for Flaming, there is a 616 variant. Carla Cone did an Absolute Wonder Woman 5. It's just a nice cover. I love Carla's work. I like people that still work with oil and actually paint. And that's a great Wonder Woman. And I enjoy the Absolute series as well. So that's nice. For the FOC, not yet, because this isn't on FOC yet. So you still have time. But Pop Kill number 3, there is an open order cover B, Adam Hughes cover.
Wait, are her boobs out?
No, she has a pasty on.
Oh, okay.
Popkill is an interesting series. If you didn't get the Kickstarter or read it before, it's an interesting series. That's an interesting read. You have Siamese twins that kind of run competing soda companies and trying to kill each other. It's fun, and it's Jimmy.
Adam Hughes is like, I love a paycheck. How kinky is this cover going to be? Let's go.
It's Jimmy Palmiotti, who I love as well. I love anything him and Amanda do. They're both a lot of fun. But yeah, so I mean, you're getting, I didn't put it on the list this week for Flaming or New Comic Book Day because I'm sure Bruce is going to probably pop it in there for Popkill #1 because
what's Popkill?
It's a winner. And for New Comic Book Day, if you didn't pick it up, there is a new Crow series, and it is a nice Hesperia cover. So, and it's open order. So,
nice.
Get your Hesperia, get it open order, get it before somebody grabs it and tries to throw it on the secondary market. It's through Sumerian, so I don't know how many copies will be sitting out there and how heavily ordered it was.
Thank you for that. And now we get on to flaming hot covers for New Comic Book Day. All right. Starting off at number 10. We have The 9 Lives of Salem #1, the Robert Hack variant. I love this cover. I love these.
Hack can do no wrong in my book. Any Hack cover is always fantastic. I love his work. And all the Archie stuff that he does is really great.
Yeah, and this is an open order book, so you're not paying out the wazoo for this. I don't know if your shop's going to cover half this, but it's Archie Comics, so
don't sleep on Archie horror. Sabrina. Don't sleep on Archie horror stuff. It's good stuff.
At number 9. We have Superman 23, the Nathan Zerdy variant. I love this cover.
It's Zerdy.
Another open order goodie.
Yeah.
We don't have to pay through the nose for good comic book covers.
Not always.
No, sometimes I do. At number 8. Last Batman, The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, number 5, the Bill Sienkiewicz variant.
Hey, you got it right this time.
Yeah, Sienkiewicz.
I like Sienkiewicz, anything he does.
I love the man. He's a legend. I pass.
I'm passing as well, but I love Bill. I'm not reading this.
No, I'm not reading it either. Nice Zerdy, not his.
But it's a good cover.
Well, wait a second. Wait, The Long Halloween is a great story. I'm just saying. I'm not going out of my way for this.
Ooh, back for the 10 DC list. Whatever. Whatever, Ed. Douche.
I don't care. At least there's some DC books this time. Jeez, there's so many lists. It's just all Marvel. It's sad.
I know.
Oh, that's
it's very sad. Oh, look, another 1 in 200 version of an open order cover. Let's buy that. Whatever. Number 7.
I like Magic and Psylocke as much as everybody else, but there's other books in the world.
At number 7. We have Absolute Wonder Woman number 5, the 1 in 50 Hamari incentive.
Again, Hamari's killing it. His covers are fantastic. I would say his style in terms of the Asian artists of that school, between your Lyricses and your Archerms and stuff like that, his covers have been the most composed and most interesting. That kind of still gives you a bit of the kind of Asian manga kind of feel in terms of the art style, but are still extremely well composed and not overly cartoony and simplified.
I really like that cover a lot. Great cover. Point taking Bruce. At number 6. This is one of my favorite covers coming out this week. Godzilla versus America versus Chicago. Number 1, the 1 in 50 Chris Burnham incentive. I have a feeling this book will be a ghost. I don't think many shops are going to order 50 copies of Godzilla to get this.
They might not, just because there's so many goddamn Godzilla titles out right now that it's just like you got to spread the love across Godzilla Heist and this and Masterpiece and
even during FOC for this book, shops were asking $150 to $200 for this 1 in 50.
Well, asking 50 for a 1 in 50 is pretty standard. So, like, that doesn't bother me.
No, 150.
Right. Well, no, I was not finishing my thought properly. It's 150 is a bit much, I don't know. Is Chris Burnham really hot right now? Or is the idea that it's Godzilla versus each city is like very appealing to people?
Yes,
like maybe that's what makes it like how often are you like, oh, it's Godzilla versus Chattanooga, Tennessee? If you live in Chattanooga, you're gonna be clawing for that comic, right?
Exactly. Godzilla's destroying my city.
Exactly. It's personal. You want that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Tell me, freaking, Zod is attacking New Paltz, New York. I want that freaking comic.
Shoot, let Godzilla stomp through Syracuse. God damn it.
Exactly. Let Godzilla stomp through Syracuse. Let there be a problem. How many comic shops do you have up there, Bruce?
Syracuse has about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, about 5 or 6.
So we could make an afternoon of it.
Yes, and then we can drive to Rochester, which is only an hour away, and go to the 7 or 8 comic shops there.
And then we can make a weekend of it because we could just drive 4 more hours, and then we just show up in Canada, and then we can go hang out with some Canadian collectors and do.
We can hang out with Mama Bear, and who else is up there?
Chris the Comic Vet.
Yes.
Adrian the Dracula. We got everybody.
I wouldn't mind hanging out with the Comic Vet for a weekend.
Yeah. We'll go hang out with them. We'll call it a thing. We'll go spice it up. I have no idea how I'm going to do it, but we'll do it. Oh my God, that's wonderful. We can see Mama. I don't have to mail her winnings from months ago that's sitting here. I can just drive it up. Yeah,
because I'm only like 3.5 hours, 4 hours from Canada.
Right. And it's 6 hours for me. So you're almost a halfway point. I mean, we could turn this into something, but we're switching cars. Once I get to your house, we're jumping in your vehicle.
That's fine. Question: who do you want to write and draw the 2 DC Marvel crossover? Who you want to team up with? I would want
asking.
Oh my God! First off, I absolutely want Dan Mora art in there.
I agree.
And you know what? And Mark Waid. I would happily see Mark Waid and Dan Mora together. I would happily see that.
I don't want Waid.
Why don't you want Waid? Why don't you want Mark Waid? Do you not love his contributions? Was Kenyon Kun not good enough for you?
He said he's checked out. That's good.
He said that a while ago, and he's still pumping shit out.
Yeah.
Wait, he's not allowed to. He's not allowed to experience feelings. We're supposed to hold people, to the highest standards of emotional control. No, screw that. Do I come on here with the highest standards of emotional control? No, I'll give you whatever's coming.
Are you trying to sell me stuff, and then you tell me I just can't do it anymore? I just can't put my heart into writing anymore. Hey, I got this new DC event. You should go buy it. That's
all right. For DC side of the book, DC side of the book, I want to say Waid and Mora. For Marvel side of the book, I want. What do I want?
I don't care.
Doesn't matter actually. As long as Alex Ross is doing the interiors and art.
Alex Ross ain't doing the interiors and art. That's super dreams. I'm being realistic.
Right, I'm happy with the Pepe Larraz, or maybe.
I think Momoko's not doing interiors.
You know we're gonna get 5 million covers, right?
Oh,
So like, I highly expect some Jim Lee covers. You know,
2
but
hours.
on the,
I would be exhausted.
you know, but on the
Ooh.
DC side,
Claremont Capullo.
Oh, Capullo would be
oh
nice.
hell no! Can we not? Claremont is dusty. All right, come on. That's the last thing he wrote that was actually very good. Let's be realistic. Realistic. Capullo on some art for the Marvel side. I don't think I would be too upset for the Marvel versus DC. You know, but Capullo can't. Capullo's got to bring full A game for that. You
Who's
know,
writing Uncanny X-Men?
Gail, isn't it Gail?
Yeah.
Yes, Gail. There we go. Gail Simone.
No,
Right.
don't do that to her. She can't.
No,
That's too
You're
big for
gonna,
her.
yeah.
Kelly Thompson.
You're gonna piss off a lot of people.
I know.
Just
That's
bring.
the point.
You know, it's gonna be like
No,
Al
for the
Ewing.
listen
Or,
for the Marvel side, Ed Brubaker.
Yeah, Brubaker's too good for that.
I
don't care that he's too good. He would deliver. It would be the kind of story where you're like, damn, look what he did with that one Doom special. Come on. He could do it.
You know, listen, if they put a Frank Miller or JRJ cover,
but you know they will. You know they will.
Oh, Donny Cates. He is back.
Oh, yeah, he is back, but it might be too soon.
He needs at least 15 issues for his story to be realized. I don't think he'll be good in a
And let's do this in a couple of one shots and call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, I realistically, I could see them putting.
It's a train. He's holding a train.
I don't know where Chip is nowadays because Chip seems to float between all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah, I think Chip is back at Marvel.
Isn't he doing Batman again?
No,
What is he doing? You're right. I can't trip. Every week, I have no idea what the man is doing.
I think the new team starts this year. Is he still running Batman?
And they seem to just throw Al Ewing on shit all the time. So yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see.
All right, let's get through this goddamn list.
How do you spell Chip's last name?
With
SZARD.
I got it. I found it. I got it.
Number 5. We have Hello Darkness, number 8, the Jenny Frison variant. I like this cover a lot.
It's really kind of hard to top a titty cover from the last issue for a Jenny cover. So it is a little tough. She does step it back up with either 8 or 9 with the spider cover, which is pretty good. This is a good Jenny cover though. All Hello Darkness covers have been great.
It's different. It's different from what she usually does.
Oh, it's definitely different.
All right, number 4, because the panel did not like this cover. Number 4. Back to DC, Detective Comics 1094 to 1 in 25, Juan Ferreira incentive.
Detective has beautiful covers. This one doesn't do it for
good.
me.
Yeah, by the way, I don't mind this cover, but this is not come from my 1 in 25 money.
No, Detective has had such beautiful covers, even just the open order covers.
Well,
on the books,
Detective Comics, they really don't jack up the price. They usually sell the ratios below ratio, so that's a win for Detective Comics ratio. So
I'm not paying over $5.99 for this book.
Yeah, no, not for that cover. The cover's got to dazzle me. That shit's got to be rainbow high. You know, I need to hear like the lyrics from Evita bumping when I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting cover. It would be fine for an A or B, but ratio turns me off on this.
What? Hush 2 is in 2 parts, a year apart on the publishing schedule, but in continuity, make it make sense. Oof.
Yep.
Teeth are horrible.
Yep.
Bermejo. At number 3. Pop Kill number 1, the 1 in 10, Amanda Connor incentive.
I tell you, this is the sneaky book at it. Like the Pinotian was open order. The still freeze was more expensive, the explicit still freeze, but you could still just buy it. The other cover, I think it was a Dave Johnson cover, nobody's talking about. This one I think is a good under the radar cover because it's a 1 in 10. Most people weren't talking about it at all. People are going to gravitate toward those other 2 covers that had some heat on them. So it might not be a bad one to pick up.
Yep. Little mod 60 looking cover. I like it.
Yeah, no, I just love Amanda. She's good people.
At number 2. We have Rogue Savage Land, number 2, the 1 in 100, J. Scott Campbell incentive. There is an open order of this cover, but it's a beautiful J. Scott Campbell.
J. Scott. It's J. Scott. I mean, people love J. Scott Campbell covers, rightfully so. And it's Rogue. Savage Land Rogue, nonetheless. So I get it. I can't complain or say anything bad about this.
True. I am still looking for the first Pop Kills. It's out there.
I got one.
And at number 1, we have Pop Kills number 1, the Dan Panosian open variant.
I've literally been talking about this book for 6 months because
you have.
Number 1, I love Panosian. That's just a hot goddamn cover. That's a good cover.
That Rogue is frame worthy.
And this book is an open order book, kids. So
yes. And it's from Mad Cave. So, you know, if your shop doesn't carry it, go to your favorite online retailer. Maybe I should do that one day. Do a video on top retailers to buy from or something like that. Because, you know, a lot of people don't know like really good online retailers to buy from. So especially good for FOC.
I have the perfect answer for all of you. All right. Support your local businesses unless they're D-bags. Then support your local businesses. And if you're D-bags, just DM us. Just DM us, okay? And we'll talk about it privately.
I mean, I would love to, but I'm limited at my local shop. And my local shop is also a 35-minute drive.
Yeah, but are they awful or are they good to you?
They're not that great to me. They're not horrible. They're not bad.
Okay, so they're not bad enough to dump them, but they're not so good to you that you want to like celebrate your money with them.
I go there when I can. I go there and I spend money when I can, even on books that I've already bought. I'll buy books there as reader copies just to have reader copies because I hate reading online.
And I'm also lucky.
All right, Joe, that is your personal choice. We're talking about people who are in dire situations. We're like trying to make the right purchases is a serious issue. Listen, I do have one fit. No, just DM me if you want to know, and we'll go over your options. There's a lot of good folks out there in the US and Canada who will help you out. We'll talk about it. But in the meantime, support your local folks because this is not getting any easier on anybody. And with the whole diamond situation, we could be losing even more shops.
I mean, I like to do it online because again, I like my discounts. And I'm picking books that are coming out in April and May and stuff like that to put in my pools. And I don't do subscriptions for titles because I get a lot of different indies and stuff like that. So I fish here and there for stuff. And I like a site where I can just queue everything up whenever it's ready. Every 2 weeks, they're going to put my stuff together. They're going to ship it off and charge me every 2 weeks for whatever's in that list. I'm not paying for everything up front.
So do you already have such a place?
Yeah.
Okay, then we're good.
I mean, I get my deliveries every 2 weeks. And like I said, I have probably 400 books on my pre-order pool list out through like May.
Wow. And moving on to the next. What do we got next? Oh, yeah. Some graded video games that you probably have in your attic or you've seen it in a garage sale or just take it from your grandkids or your let me stop. All right, first up, we have Metroid for the Nintendo Entertainment System from 1986, a VGA 8.85 plus, sold for $5,000.
Makes sense. It's Metroid.
Wow.
Yeah, these video games are very expensive. I live in BFE and can't make it to my LCS all the time. I don't have an LCS, so I use Atomic Empire.
Yeah, there's a lot of good online retailers out there. I mean, I prefer, I would prefer to have a great local brick and mortar that was close to me that I could go to and hang out in and get my books from and bullshit with people. But you know, we all don't have that.
Yeah. I feel very blessed to have that.
And next up, we have Mighty Final Fight for the Nintendo Entertainment System, released in 1993. Got a CGC 9.4, sold for $5,250.
I knew nothing about any of these games.
Yeah, I've never seen this game ever. Never heard of it.
I was gonna say because Final Fight itself was so much more popular, like and did like chibis,
like chibi Final Fight. Crazy. Memories, classic. Yeah, I miss having an LCS.
It does suck. I enjoyed Wednesday warring it sometimes and just going in and talking to people.
Yeah, my LCS is 5 minutes away, but I prefer to drive 40 minutes away to Syracuse because my LCS is dirty, smelly. They don't care about the condition of the books and the back issues. They don't carry anything past the cover B. They don't carry a lot of independence, and it's just 90% of the store is just Marvel slop.
Huh.
True. And overpriced
Marvel slop. Not even like, oh, it's just Marvel. It's Marvel slop.
Yes. And next up, we have Disney's Darkwing Duck from 1992 for Nintendo Entertainment System. A WATA 9.6 sold for $6,250. Let's go, Darkwing Duck.
Great cartoon.
Yeah, I love the cartoon.
All these side scrollers from Capcom were fun.
Yeah. Capcom,
even though they were all the same goddamn game.
Capcom did no wrong. DuckTales was amazing on Nintendo, damn it. Next up, we have Contra from 1987 for Nintendo Entertainment Systems. WATA 9.2 sold for $6,875. Jeez.
Okay, at least Contra is Contra. 9.2. Ooh. But you know, I want you to know, like, how are they making this judgment? Like, is it because the box still looks really good and that's all that matters at the end of the day?
Well, if it's sealed, that's all you can know.
Right, that's all you can know. Like, how on earth do I know this is a 9.2? What? Like,
well, they grade the plastic, the condition of the box, the seal.
Listen, I get it. But also, damn. And then it makes me think, is this how stupid I look when I get these sealed books? And it's like, well, how do you know it's so good when you can't read it anymore? It's like, well, I'm the one who submitted it.
And finally, on our games, we have Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, released in 1987 for NES, a 9.8 WATA, sold for $11,250 goddamn dollars.
Now that's a 9.8, so they're serious.
Yeah.
And it's Castlevania.
The trick is having the NES and a 9 something.
Yeah.
That would be a yes, Cliff. Yes. Ooh.
Yeah.
That game is nonsensical.
The whole video game encapsulation thing, I just don't get it. It's a collectible. It's out of my realm of understanding. I guess if I was more into video games, it would have a little more cachet with me. But I'm not.
Ooh. I'm still getting comments on shorts I did like 5 months ago. Just somebody just commented based on my Jerry Seinfeld rant short I did. I'm still getting comments on that thing.
You and your reaction shorts.
I love my reaction shorts. Goddamn Jerry Springer yelling at the clouds while he was dating a 17-year-old high school. Oh, not much. Anyway, moving on to new segment that we're going to be doing every week. Comic Key Lookout. We're going to look at some keys that may be affordable, maybe hard to find, but they're
maybe not hard to find.
Yeah, they're out there. First up, we have Ultimate Fallout number 4. One of the modern grails.
And hyper abundant. Yeah, hyper abundant. Just not affordable.
The high for this book back in 2022 was 1,625 raw.
That's ridiculous.
Most recent sale of this book, 131.25, $450.
That's more reasonable.
9.8 high of this book was $3,840 back in August of 2022. Most recent sale of a 9.8, $805 February 29th. I mean, February 19th.
Maybe I can get myself a copy. Yeah,
you can get a copy. That's what this section is here for.
I gotta go. Let me go and work my ass in them streets.
Oh,
just get yourself a raw copy. That's good enough to have.
I think I already have a raw copy.
There you go.
I know, but I need something for the wall, baby.
Apparently stealing
the raw back there. Raws go on walls just as easy as slabs.
No, slabs are just more fun for a wall.
Hey, I've never been waiting for. I have been waiting for it to drop. I got a 9.6 of 450 in December. Nice. Those COVID prices were wow. Yes, they were. They were insane. At some point, we got to move past the COVID pricing and stop. I got to stop comparing, but now that's what we're doing for the next decade.
I'm just a chump that has the Pacelli cover.
Oh, nice. Then we have, I think we'll stick to the Spider-Verse theme. We have Edge of Spider-Verse number 2. First appearance of Spider-Gwen.
There's a lot.
Raw high of this book was $915 back in June of 2021. Most recent sale of this book, $250 yesterday.
Be careful, kids. There is a reprint of this book with this cover out there, which is often slipped on eBay as the original.
And also, when looking at the data for this book, a lot of websites had the second and third print and the facsimile mixed in with the data. So some of these numbers are a little confusing when it says sold for $36 in a raw. No, it was not a first print. You can get the Wife Stealer cover cheaper than and a 9.8 high for this book was $2,400 back in July of 2022. And most recent 9.8 of this book sold for $562 just last week.
I have no problems with any of the printings of these in terms of having them in your PC. Pick your poison, which cover you like the best.
Yeah.
The first, second, or third print. I like them all. It's not a bad book to have.
Yeah, I really like when Marvel did all the colors to distinguish the printings.
Well, they have actually different covers, different cover art for the second and third.
And next up, what's next? We have Nyx number 3. First appearance.
Dark series, man. Dark series.
Raw high for this book was $1,550. Somebody paid this in freaking 2023. Like, what were they doing paying this much for a raw copy of this book?
It is a beautiful book.
I know.
Well, it is X-23, and it doesn't not have a tremendous print run.
Yeah, true.
Middleton.
And last sale of this book was 1/31/2025.
Get out there and do a 2-for-1. Snack this and Miles right up.
Yep. Both for $1,000. Let's go.
I wonder if it was the same person, but in both cases, that'd be great.
They're the two best characters of modern Marvel to have first appearances.
And CGC 98 High was.
I was gonna say Kamala. I was like, she was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah,
$2,221 back in May of 2022, and most recent 9A sales of this book was $1,081 yesterday.
This was the
it's
first
creeping back up.
This was a dark series. I don't know anybody that picked up the current NYX run and read it. And if they were expecting to get anything that was similar to this run, they were sorely mistaken.
Is this a previous volume, Nix? I think this is the first volume. Right?
Yeah.
$200, $500 is still expensive for my blood.
And it is dark. It is a dark.
Can I get one on way away?
It is dark.
Don't worry about it, man. We could pimp you out too. Let me stop.
I don't know if it's gonna be as easy, but you know.
Listen, this is a put photos on OnlyFans. Let's go. We got Batman Beyond #1.
Another book with a lot of variants that all very similar.
We have the raw high for this book was $631 back in 2021. Most recent sales is $356 in December of 2024. The raw high for this book was CGC 98 raw high was $2,999 back in 2021 of July. Most recent 9A sale, $933 on February 10th of this year.
This is a character I wish DC would do more with. There's a lot of love and nostalgia for this character.
Yeah. I think they need to do a static Batman Beyond crossover book. I would love it. Because we did we get older static in this run? Or was that the cartoon?
Might have been the cartoon.
I do Cleveland Steamers. What does a Cleveland Steamer?
Oh, you don't.
Ew, no. What is wrong with you? Why do you always ask this stuff I feel like you should know?
I don't know this stuff. I was shielded.
Yeah, how do you not know dirty stuff? Like, you got a dirty mind.
I know some.
It's more filthy than a rusty trombone.
Yeah. And I know that man. I know that man has experienced a rusty trombone. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Nerdy Geek. Foreign books are another animal.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, it was in the cartoon. Thanks, Artrell. But there's the there was a giveaway, free comic book day of this. There's a newsstand. There's what's the second printing maybe?
Wasn't there a Warner Brothers copy of it as well that was only given out at the Warner Brothers store? There's all kinds of weird. I would say Steve, our friend from Baltimore, has put
Steve. Yes, Steve. Yes. I forgot his name. My Bargain Comics.
Yeah, My Bargain Comics.
My Bargain Comics on eBay.
He had a nice article. He has a website as well, I believe. I think he had a nice article up. I don't know if he still has it up on his site, where he goes through all the different versions of this book. It was quite interesting.
Yes, and he has more DCU variants than I do.
Shout out to Steve, My Bargain Comics. He's a big guy. Yes, Steve Moore.
And the last book, it was a big key at one point. It dropped significantly. And that is ASM 361. The raw high for this book was $350 back in 2021. Most recent, $143 in January of this year. 9.8 high for this book was $1,499 back in June of 2021. And last 9.8 sale, $318 3 days ago.
It's always been a seesaw book because of Venom movies and stuff like that. It's just, it is what it is. I'm not a huge villain spec fan, unless it's Doom.
Yeah.
Unless it's Doom.
Doom.
No, I mean, I'm first villain appearances for like Silver Age and stuff like that. Oh yeah, you want your first Magneto, stuff like that. Yeah, those are great. But like modern villain first appearances, I'm like,
yeah.
Listen, the only one who had a shot was what's his name there from Thor, and they ruined it.
Oh, Gore, yeah.
Yeah, Gore was ruined, and then the other one, no.
Yeah.
If Spider-Man 4 isn't like ridiculously no symbiote heavy, I don't know. Yeah. That's like the only way I could see that working out for them.
Yeah, but even still, it's like they're books that go up significantly high and then come down to reasonable values. I mean, this for 143, fine. It's first Carnage. I get it. 143. That's fair. That's fine. But
and Carnage is a good staple character.
It is. It is.
He has earned his spot.
Did you read Eddie Brock Carnage?
The new one?
Symbiotes. I hate symbiotes in general.
Did anybody read that? Because I haven't spoke to anyone that's read that book.
Symbiotes bore the shit.
Doom boobs. What? I can afford this one. Yay!
Yeah, like I said, these are books. It's like, okay, it's a key. Wait for it on a downswing when it's a cold book. Pick it up. I love Bagley.
Mark Bagley is better than Toad McFucknuts. Yeah. Hashtag no Sony Spidey. What? What? Whoa. Come on. Bagley is better than
we're gonna throw Larson in this conversation as well.
I did love Larson too.
I mean, my two favorites are McFarlane and Bagley. I'm not going to talk badly about either of them. Oh, I mean, of that era, that specific era, right? If we're going to get outside of that, Romita Senior is near and dear to my heart.
Oh,
I'll tell you, nice who drew a wonderful Spider-Man, even though the series was in nonstop Spider-Man? Chris Bacalo did the interiors, and they were great. It was a really well drawn Spider-Man. I really enjoyed it. And I was like, I'd love to see him do a run of Spider-Man.
All right, moving on to the market report. I need to do new openings for this stuff. I need to update stuff. All right, first up, we have Future Fiction #1 from 1939. A CGC 8.0 off-white to white pages sold for $2,040. I could not find any info on this book for some reason on Go Collect because they suck when it comes to pulps.
Oh wait, yeah, you're not going to find anything. Pulps are a world of their own. I mean, I can't even get a copy of what's the equivalent of the Overstreet guide for pulps because the second edition, which has a nice introduction by Steranko, by the way, it's like $900 on the secondary market. You're lucky if you can find one or two. It's the Bookery Guide to Pulps. That's about the best book you can find in terms of cycling through pulps and what's out there.
I was surprised to see this in an 8.0 because the paper they use for pulps was horrible.
Garbage. It's garbage. I mean, I got bunch of pulps up above the poster there. I got some over there, a whole box full, and they're rough. They're mostly in very, very rough shape, but you can still find some people that had some tucked away that come out all right.
The only thing I couldn't find any sales on this book, but I did find out there's 9 on the census, and this 8 being the highest graded. The
Yeah, I mean,
lowest graded was a 2.5.
The other thing is, grading pulps is a relatively newer thing over the past year or so. So you got a lot more people submitting them now. So it's very easy to submit a pulp and be the only one on the census or highest graded on the census in a lot of cases.
Yes, that's why they call pulp.
Yep. And trust me, they're rough. I mean, I've gotten some. I'm like, okay, I can't take it out of the bag to look at it because it suffers from fall apart.
Yeah. And next up, we have All Top Comics number 9. Fox.
It doesn't live up to its name. I don't like that.
1948. CGC 8.5. Off-White The White Pages sold for $1,020. There are a total of 50 graded on the census, a 9.4 being the highest graded copy.
Never go wrong with Rula the Panther Queen. Rula covers are fantastic.
I mean, it's a beautiful looking 8.5. Let's be clear.
Yeah. Is that Peter Parker in the water?
Nah, Peter Parker didn't look. Peter Parker wasn't around then, and if he was, he wouldn't.
Maybe it's his dad.
It's his dad. All right. Next book, we have Detective Comics 54 from 1941. 6.0 cream to off-white pages sold for $3,000. There are a total of 104 graded copies on the census, a 9.4. There are 2 being the highest grade.
Yeah, there's a lot on the census, but they're all below 7. there's very few. And
there's a notation on the slab, ad for all Flash Comics number 1.
Like I said, you can't go wrong with
Bob
old Detective Comics. I mean, anything with Detective.
That's what really happened, Uncle.
That's always going to sell well. You throw any old Joker cover on as well, old Detectives, and it always will sell well.
Yeah. Then we have Weird Science number 12 from 1950. CGC 6.5 cream to off-white pages sold for $2,880. There are 94 total on census, and there's 9.8.
EC collectors are very dedicated people, and EC books are fantastic.
Yes, and this was previously Saddle Romances.
Yeah, there's the history. I don't know. I did a show on the Qualified where we walked through the weird meandering of the titles of what they turned into and the numberings and stuff like that, because it's like, okay, well, this, that, and then Weird Science, Weird Fantasy became Weird Science Fantasy, and it's books merged and changed titles but didn't change numberings, and it's hard to keep up with.
Yep. Tales from the Crypt is what got me into comics.
Nice.
EC all day long. If you're gonna start dabbling in Golden Age stuff, EC books are not a bad place to go.
Yeah.
Just to bring your wallet.
Bring your wallet. Next up, we have Incredible Hulk 181, 1974, CGC 5.5, cream to off-white pages sold for $2,520. There are a total of 18,681 graded copies, and there's 9.9 of this book.
I mean, sure, it's a nice looking copy of the Hulk.
Yes.
I guess it's a reasonable price.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, for all you EC fans, because I love plugging these things because they are fantastic. Dark Horse puts them out. These nice big trades, and they're all in color. You're not stuck with black and white. They do Tales from the Crypt, Private Success Stories, you name it. And they've been releasing them. And if it's a new one that's coming out, you get it, pre-coming out, you can normally get the discount on it and pick these up for like $15. So for EC fans, they're very nice to have if you want accessibility to all that great EC stuff, but don't have thousands of dollars to go buy the original books. So, and they all have great intros. Tales from the Crypt has a nice intro from Bruce Campbell, which is nice. Yeah, but, I don't know. I have about 8 or 9 volumes of these. They're good stuff out there.
All right. Next up, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 3 from 1963, cream to off-white pages, sold for $2,280. There are a total of 3,365 on the census. There are 2 9/8.
Only 2 9/8. Wow. Again, I mean, it's issue 3, first Doc Ock.
You take your first 50 ASMs and you're always good. You could always sell that book. No, it's the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9s.
Oh.
If you're familiar, you might have seen them in a little movie called Kill Bill.
I want that. Then we have, what do we have? We have Submariner Comics number 21, timely 1946, CGC 7.5, off-white pages, sold for $1,020. There are 54 graded copies and 1 9.8.
Is there a woman named Sue on that boat? I know.
I think so.
I know this is before.
He does. He loves a blonde. He loves a blonde. We know that.
Dumb flathead.
Oh, and it's a Carmine Infantino cover.
I know.
Well, there's that.
I just hate the way he was drawn. It's
So
oh,
bad.
he was just hideous back then. Like, what was all that? The giant head. Like, what were they thinking? Well, he grew up underwater. Like,
so all that pressure made his head flat.
Yeah. Like, what was the thinking?
I don't know, but those eyebrows, oof, they were plucked
because they were thinking he's more villain than hero. Like, where were they going?
I have no idea where they're going with that. Spock's ancestor.
He's been around a long time. People forget how long Submariner's been around for.
I have not forgotten. I'm just saying he is a much better looking dude today. You're welcome, Submariner. We were there for you.
Yeah. He cleaned up well.
Thank you, Namor.
Oh, that's a whole different story now, isn't it?
Is that a fish in your trunk? Tombstone's cousin. They were going underwater. All right. And finally, FOC. So, FOC for 2/24/2025. So get to your LCS tomorrow. If you can't make it to your LCS, go to your favorite online retailer, call up your LCS, and get your pre-orders in because it's a lot cheaper pre-ordering books.
Man. Get your discounts. Books are too damn expensive. Get your discounts where you can get them. If you can get 30% off a book, get 30% off a book.
Get it.
At 30%.
It adds up. It adds up. You're buying, if you're buying 10, 15 books or more for an FOC, that 30% adds up pretty fast.
Yeah. And if they're bagging and boarding them for you too, woo!
Yeah,
that's true.
That's just more discount in my opinion.
And it's just less work. I hate if I order books from some online retailer and they come unbagged and boarded for some reason. I don't want to do that work. Send them to me back to board.
Midtown books are upside down, backwards.
Yeah, backwards.
They don't care. They just throw them in the bags. Yeah. All right. First up on FOC, what do we have here? Hot covers. We got Catwoman 74, cover A, Fumara. This is a great cover.
Yeah, Fumara's doing 8 covers now, which is nice.
Yeah.
He's off of doing all those ratios, so you can actually get some accessible stuff.
It's a cool cover.
His work, I know I bust Bruce's balls about that hideous fucking Harley cover, which I fucking hate.
My favorite Harley. Thank you very much.
But him as an artist, I love the fact that every cover he gives me is something very different.
Yep.
It's not derivative. It's not. He gives you something different every time he does a cover. That's nice and rare now.
Then we have the Panosian variant.
Nice.
Then we have the 1 in 25 Forbes incentive, which
I don't know how you
love.
feel about Forbes.
I
there's
love this
there's a lot of Forbes covers I really love, and then sometimes I look at a Forbes cover and I'm like, this is a good cover.
Then we have World's Finest 37 and 1 in 25 Poochie incentive. I wouldn't pay $25 for this, but it's a good cover.
It's a good cover. It's a good open order cover.
Yep. Yeah, it's not worth $25. Then we have the Tana 2, the Dotson variant. Hold on.
More rabbits, more Dotson, more rabbits.
More rabbits. Then we have the 1 in 25 Campbell incentive. There's also open order cover for this.
That's not a good 125.
I'm just saying that A cover is winning this round so far.
Yeah. I don't want to end up with a run of Knicks and Exceptional X-Men.
I don't blame you.
Nobody does.
Unless it's the original run of Knicks, then you're doing okay.
Yeah. Then we have New Guys number 4, the Stevens variant.
I don't know how I feel about that with how this book is going. I do
Then
like
we have the Prison variant. This is the International Women's Day.
I do love the Prison variant.
I already pre-ordered my full set of Prison National
Nice.
Women's Day covers.
Then we have Nightwing 124, the Kumanakoli variant. Little Nightwing dunking. I like it.
Yeah, we're getting can you zoom in on what that is or read what that basketball symbol is?
Oh, it's courtside variant cover.
Okay, because we're getting a bunch of courtside variants. We're getting this, Titans, Wonder Woman. I don't know what it was. I don't know what inspired that.
Stick to swimsuit. Stick to swimsuit variants and be done.
I love the swimsuit. Love it.
Small border isn't impressive.
I love any Barta covers.
I've seen
most of Barta covers, so I love.
I've seen most of these courtside variants, and they're not good.
Of the new ones, right?
Were you expecting them to be good when they were like,
yes.
"Hey, let's do all basketball covers for these books"?
Yes, I was hoping.
I mean, the pitch in and of itself sounds like a bit of a letdown.
Then we have the 1 in 25 Stevens incentive, another upside down Nightwing cover.
Well, that's okay. You know, it's a very good looking and it's very imitation Daredevil. I like it.
Then we have question number 5, the Fawns variant.
That's nice. I like that a lot.
I like this.
Cover.
I like the nostalgia. I don't know if I love it.
It's open order, so I like it. If you said that's the 1 in 25, I would have been like,
no, it's open order.
It's open
order. Yeah, it's like it's a 125. Go away.
No, we don't need it. Then we have Titans 21, the Prison variant, Women's International Women's Day variant.
Interesting.
A bad Starfire cover.
Then we have Uncanny X-Men 12, the Momoko kimono.
Again, do I need 14 kimono covers?
Then we have
but it is open order, so let's give it a bonus.
Laura Kinney, number 4.
Yeah.
Momoko, Incredible Hulk 23, Momoko.
Kimono.
They're not bad covers. They're Momoko. They're not
they're
bad
Momoko
covers.
and they're kimono. They're kimono Momoko, and I feel like it's it's a thing. It's a thing to do, you know.
Is that Ace?
That is not Ace the Bat Hound. I don't know who that dog is, unfortunately. I have not.
Was it Bat? What's his freaking name? Might Bat or Bite Mat? Bite Mite?
No. He's talking about the
it's
one
not
that was
Bite
with Question.
Oh, the Question. Oh,
Yeah. And you did not show Bitewing. Bitewing is on one of the covers, but you didn't show it.
I didn't show it. Then we have ASM 70, Scotty Young variant. There's a 1 in 100 or 1 in 200 for this. It's black and white. I didn't put it up.
Okay.
Yeah, that can be for your Scotty Young lovers.
Ultimate Wolverine number 3, the 1 in 200 Manahini incentive.
Oh, look at you, Yana, getting in there.
I don't understand. Scotty Young is a talented artist.
Yes.
I've seen plenty of Scotty Young work that's not
this.
Yeah,
but you know what? Guess what's getting him paid?
Yeah.
And what are people losing their mind over? This. I want real Scotty Young work. Good Lord.
I do too.
Yeah. Then we have Doom Academy 2, the 1 in 200 Wu Chu Lee incentive. Then we have Rogue Savage Land 3, the 1 in 200 J. Scott Campbell. I don't know why they pumping out all of these 1 in 200s.
Yeah,
sales.
I'm not buying a 1 in 200.
And just remember, if you do pay $200 for one of these, you are helping the store cover the 200 books that they put on the stands.
Yeah. The kimonos come with a drink. I wish they did. Hey, Mark, what's going on? Do you all be selling YouTube auctions? No,
I've never done a YouTube auction. I don't sell many books to begin with, but
yeah, I don't sell a lot of books. If I do, they're triples or doubles of what I have.
I've always felt like if I was ever to do a YouTube auction, I would need like at least 2 extra set of hands.
Yeah, because you gotta have somebody to write down the names, and then you gotta.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. I mean, even when I did Whatnot, I had a friend, and it's so much easier having an extra set of hands.
I say that all the time in my regular life. Ain't nobody ordering 200 issues.
Midtown. That's who we buy 200 issues.
I'll say my 200 a couple of times and buy all the books.
Yep, I don't blame you.
Not many Scotty Young covers drop below cover price. How many artists can say that? True.
I will say this: there's a lot of people who will pay the 200 for the freaking J. Scott Campbell, though.
Yeah,
they will drop that money. That J. Scott Campbell will pay for itself.
Who did this list? Where my boobies at? There were not a lot of booby covers this week.
I was gonna say Rogue's.
He just don't know where to look.
Rogue's boobies are there.
I don't look that. Fine for you, Terry. I will put some booby covers on next week.
You gotta watch it qualified for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the qualified is literally a banner. It's like, do you see this tittylicious woman on top of her car? You know, like y'all have just no holds barred on that.
We just changed the name of the show to Titified. Titified.
But you know what?
There's not a lot of shows that cater to cheesecake lovers. There's not.
Yeah.
There's not, or like I feel y'all are out there. I feel like y'all exist.
We exist, but there's not a lot of shows out there.
There's not a lot of shows that actually showcase them. They'll pop them up when they're on the top 10 or they're heating up, but not to showcase what Joe showcases. A lot of Kickstarters.
I mean, valid.
Hey, I showcase regular characters. I've done Wonder Woman. I've done Black Cat. I've done Catwoman. I've done normal.
Hey, hello from Western Australia.
Normal mainstream.
Thank you for showing up. Hopefully you like, subscribe, and
Mark the Cutty Shark. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, one of your peoples? Yay!
I mean, yeah. I guess at this point, yes.
And get Joe to recommend you a Zenescope book to read. They aren't bad.
No, they actually aren't that bad.
I do have a lot of incentive variants. Hello, Western Australia.
There's nothing wrong with it getting 1 in 25s, 1 in 50s, or whatever. But again, realize that only maybe 5% of them are going to hit in some way that either hold their value or go up in value. So chasing them right out of the gate is not always great. I mean, Midtown often will have those 75% sales.
Yeah.
And you just do a search for like 1 in 50s or 1 in 100s, and you can find a lot of those 75% off and pick up some good incentive covers that you might have liked, that you might have missed out on.
And for Terry Floyd and all you cheesecake lovers, I do still have some photos in my repertoire over here that I could throw for you guys. Here we go. This one.
There you go.
There you go. And here's the other one.
Yeah, you got a little egg pot, little Will Jack. That's nice.
Yes. Next up, we have Adventure Man Family Tree #1, cover A, Dodson.
It's
Dodson. I feel like this is the series that no one is thinking about, talking about.
Yep.
You know, I'm like, you love Terry Dodson's art, but like he's got a whole series out there that's a banger.
Multiple volumes. And there was an Adventure Man run that just ended. So this is, you know, another series. It's good stuff. I mean, it's Dodson stuff. So it's all him and his wife.
Rachel, yes.
Oh, I know which cover you're talking about. When he's on top of the Empire State Building, whatever the hell they call it. I have that cover. I didn't pay $100 for it, but I have it. Dick Tracy #8, Francavilla variant.
At first I was like, oh, okay, that's a microphone.
Then we have Lilith #3, the 1 in 20 Sheehan and Center.
I love this book, by the way. Not this cover per se. I like Gordon Howell covers, but it is a fun read. It is a really fun read. I've been
Terry is still winning this round for me.
I'm surprised y'all haven't started talking about the Mark Spears Vampy that's coming yet. I trust me, I have quite a few pre-ordered. God damn it.
Yeah. It's dynamite, though. I mean, you got to understand.
My vamps are sitting on the bookshelves as we speak.
Dynamite is dynamite. You're going to be like, oh, I really like this cover. Which one of the 75 variants of this exact art in different color shades and schemes do I want?
You know, it's funny. They had all those versions of Vampirella Mark Spears covers at Midtown. They were like $7. And then once that people started ordering them, they shut up to like $20.
Yep.
I would suggest if you're buying Lilith, the A covers that Gordon Howell does, and it's her book, are fantastic. And there are Vault Black Bag covers as well that are a little spicier.
Inkpot grew on me. I don't think any Inkpot covers need to grow anymore.
I thought about this in one of my Kickstarters. I didn't see it anywhere online.
Phil? Every time Dynamite publishes a comic,
that is true. They are killing trees like nobody's business.
And I mean, I like it. I buy a lot because I love Red Sonja, and I buy a lot of Red Sonja stuff, and I like Vampy stuff as well. And they've picked up a lot of nice IPs, a lot of fun, nostalgic IPs recently.
Big pot.
But you know, I mean, the nice thing about Dynamite is I'm not buying Dynamite books because I'm going to resell them down the line. Yeah. I'm buying it because it's either art I really like that I want for my personal collection, or it's a character that I really like. And I like that I can get in at whatever price point for the art that I like. Because if I want just the trade dress because I like it and I just feel like spending $279 for a cover, I could do that. But if I want the 1 in 40 line art variant or whatever, I could do that too.
That's cute. Where are you paying $279 for the A cover?
For Dynamite?
Yeah, what book is $279? Even with a discount.
Oh yeah, 30%.
How much percent off?
30%.
Yeah, 30%.
Damn, I guess I got to reevaluate.
Then we have Thundercats Lost #1, the Mark Bagley variant. I like this variant. It was way too many Thundercat Lost covers to put up, so I only put one.
I do appreciate the Bagley of it all, but I'm still giving this round to Terry Dodson.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like the Adventure Man series. I like Dodson. Dodson's just good.
FOC is king. One thing I will say, I know a lot of people like to pre-order books from eBay sellers.
That's I don't love that.
I don't love it because they gotta wait to get the books from whoever they're ordering from, which is probably an online retailer. So you're not gonna get your books for like a month after they release. And pre-ordering books 6 months out is never a good idea with an eBay seller.
I have my issues with. I mean, like I said, I use TFAW. I'm not gonna lie because I've just been using TFAW for years and years. I just like the way the system is set up. I add everything to a queue, and when it's ready to be published, every 2 weeks they load up a box of books, charge me for them, and send them. And I can go in my pull list and look out into the future. I could look at stuff that's not just at FOC. I could look at stuff that's going to be published in April and May and stuff like that, and throw it on my pull list if I see it early.
Yeah.
And again, I'll take the 30% off, even if that just ends up paying for the ridiculous charge they charge for bags and boards. I don't care. Yeah. It takes a little bit off the shipping, takes a little bit off having things bagged and boarded already. And
if you have a trusted person on eBay that reliable and you trust, let your friends know so they don't make mistakes a lot of people make. What happens to TFAW if Dark Horse then Embracer goes under?
Yeah, we'll see. Ooh. They haven't reached out to any of their customers with anything saying, "Hey, stop pre-ordering books."
Yeah. That's a fact.
No,
I get that.
But they just made us publicly aware that they're worried.
They're worried. All right. Then we have Silverhawks number 5, the Lyrics Lee Virgin variant. They're doing all of the Silverhawks as Virgin, Lyrics Lee. Then we have the Mark Spears Virgin. Then we have Space Ghost number 11, Baron's Virgin variant. And we have Red Sonja Mars Attacks number 1, the Greg Land variant.
Oh, this is difficult. I'm having a hard time. Lyrics Lee's Quicksilver is giving me the vibe, but Greg Land is actually delivering some Red Sonja goodness.
I will always go with the Mars Attacks crossovers are always fantastic.
Yeah,
they're always hilarious. Always fantastic.
This is a rare time for me, but I'm gonna give this one to Greg Land.
I had an eBay horror story recently. I let everyone know that guy was a nut. Yeah. Yes, I heard that story. No, that guy's crazy. Hey, Brian LCS.
Brian.
Hopefully you'll be able to join me next Sunday, Brian, on the show. Beers.
Brian joined me yesterday for Comics and Coffee with Cliff with special guest Seba, so go check that out on my channel.
Oh, thanks.
And go support his Kickstarter for the Doctor number 2.
Yes. That was a good episode.
Thank you. We had fun. I had technical problems nonstop, but we had fun.
I will say this about this side of the YouTube community. Every YouTuber supports and shouts out everybody else's channel. There's a whole nother side of YouTube content creators, comics. They don't give a goddamn about each other. They will stab each other in the back for clicks. I'm just glad this community is not like that.
I'm very happy about that as well.
Oh, congrats.
Oh, good. Nice.
Oh, yay. Bravo.
Which I will, where is it?
Now time to get over 100%. Crank those numbers up.
Hold on. I will. There we go. While I'm here, share the link. There we go. The Doctor. 23 backers, 15 days ago, and it's already back. Congrats, buddy. 100% funded. It's very hard to get a comic book Kickstarter off the ground in this environment.
Well, unless it has a lot of big titties in it.
Oh, yes.
And even then, you're still rolling some dice on that.
And here we go. If you haven't checked out the Doctor, here's the link in the chat. And if you haven't read the first Kickstarter Doctor number 1, you can actually get digital copies of it here during, nice. While you pledge, which is always a good thing. So, all right, let's go. All right. So I guess these are great covers. This FOC, there were so many books, so many different covers. There was a lot of stuff going on today, or this week. Then we have Mark Spears, Monsters #4. Yes, I needed.
Let me stretch. We're gonna be here a while.
We have Cover A. We have Hexy Witch. She's on the thumbnail. We have the ASM 300 Mummy homage. This is Stick's favorite cover. Then we have the Killing Joke homage. I like all of them.
I love the A cover. The A cover is just a good classic cover. I mean, I love the Hexy Witch, of course, but you had me at cleavage. But the A cover is just a good, solid cover.
Hexy is glorious and Killing Joke is fire. The DC homage is fire. And these are all open order covers. There was some, I don't know if you guys are aware that KingSpot had their switch distributors. So these 4 covers are being solicited by Lunar. So these 4 covers you'll be able to get from Lunar if you're a retailer or whatever. The next covers you'll have to get from Diamond.
And sorry, Mark, Inkpot always wins Titties of the Year. That's just the way it works.
Interesting.
Motorboat. Oh my God, you guys. I love you guys. This will be the first time I only order cover A, B, and C for Monsters. Then we have Pecos Bill variant.
I did get the Pecos Bill.
The metal variant of Frank. Well, the monster, sorry. And the 1 in 25 incentive.
And I'm sure there's more.
No, that's all the covers for #4. And you know, they have I didn't put the KingSpot
the KingSpot exclusives and retailer exclusives.
Have I ever seen I don't think I've seen any store exclusives for this yet. But it's early.
I thought there was a Pecos Bill one, but I could be wrong.
No, that's issue #1 for printing.
Oh, yeah, I lose track after a while. Oh, we're happy for Mark. The book's doing well. People are loving this stuff. The story's good, and the covers are fun. But the story's really good, and it's a good read. We're happy for Mark.
Yes. The 125 is the Dr. Creepy cover, and here is the KingSpot exclusive, which you can also get in foil.
Don't sleep on these KingSpot exclusives if you can get them for a reasonable price from KingSpot. Sometimes these have pretty low run on them. I don't know now. I don't know now that it's more popular, but I mean, I just unloaded my #1 KingSpot exclusive, and that was limited to 50. And the other KingSpot exclusive, it was like a 1 in 20, I think. That one only had 190 copies. So
so the #2 issue #2 the cover A is hitting like $30-$40. I'm like, what? Why? Then I realized, printing for issue 3 was like 40,000.
Yeah, it was
issue
up there.
1 was 11,000, and I think issue 2 was a little more than that.
The first printings of issue 1.
Yes. And I just learned recently there's a 5th printing of #1 coming.
Oh my.
Just in case you missed the first 4 printings. Me too. I'm waiting for my secret cover variants too. Then we have DC Sonic the Hedgehog #1. Chris.
Why?
We have cover A. We have the young variant, not Scotty. Then we have a blank for you guys. I like it because it's blank and it says Sega. And then we have the 1 in 25 version of Cover A. Why does Superman look so goddamn happy on this cover?
Like, I get this as a kid's book. So do I need a 125? But it's a kid's book? I don't know.
Of course, because, you know, people will overlook it. And then next thing you know, bam!
Lisa ordered all. The 1 in 25 is my favorite. Dr. Creepy is a lot of people's favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, I always love a blank. A blank is just always great.
Mm-hmm.
A great excuse for anything.
Yep. Yeah.
And I did give away my blank, Monsters #1, on the show. Mark was second show. Mark was on the first show. One of the shows Mark was on the channel. And in case you missed it, we did Mark Spears interview twice on this channel, and well, on Renovision. So you can go to Renovision, qualify, look back for Mark Spears, or you can watch it on my channel. So good times. Then we have Amazing Spider-Man #1. I did not put all the variants up.
No, because there's excessive variants. It's ridiculous.
It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
I hope you put the good ones. The blank one is one of the good ones.
Yeah. It's too much, man.
We got Cover A, which is a wraparound. The Hellgate variant. We got a new
I like
villain.
the Hellgate variant.
Yes. Reminds me of War.
Yep.
Then we have the Mayo variant.
Not bad.
I like some of the Mayo.
Then we have the Stegman variant.
Hate this one.
Yeah, it's not good at all.
No. Why did you pick it? There's so many to pick.
I don't mind it. It's
because
Spidey.
it had to fill a slide.
I know, but really, well, there was other ones that there was. Even the blank one would have been better than this.
Well, the fun thing to look at.
I got 2 more slides. God damn it!
The fun thing to look at in all these is how people draw webs.
There you go. If you haven't subscribed to Renovision, head over there and subscribe. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah, kids' book get trashed, and in 10 to 15 years, they are $1,000 all over the sudden.
Little red X.
Hellgate is first appearance, first cover.
Yep.
Then we move on to, what do we have here? We have the Chiarello variant, the 1 in 25 Marquez incentive,
Mm-hmm.
the 1 in 50 Malavia incentive. I love this cover.
I love that, but I don't love a 1 in 50 of that.
Then we have the 1 in 50 Kane incentive.
And by the way, based on the number of these covers, don't overpay for a ratio.
Oh,
these ratios should be abundant because of how many damn covers there are.
Exactly.
This Malavia has a trade dress, so you can get the same art for regular cover price.
That's what I'll probably buy.
I do like the webbing of Marquez. I feel like the webbing's very spider-like.
Marquez throws me off. There's some Marquez covers I love. I'm like, God damn, I can't wait till he does some more. And then there's some I'm just like,
yeah, they're just
Yeah. What is this? Volume 9?
I've lost track. I don't even care. That's how bad it is.
You mean in the past 10 years is this volume 9?
You know?
Yeah. And then we have, what do we have? We have the 1 in 100 Greg Land incentive. There's also a trade dress for this.
That is ridiculous. 1 in 100.
And then we have a 1 in 200 Bermejo incentive. There's also a trade dress for this.
The Bermejo is great, but a 1 in 200 is just.
It's not worth for 200. No. We up to volume.
The Greg Land one is just awful though. For a 1 in 100, that's ridiculous.
This will be volume 8.
Volume 8.
Volume 8.
Well, yeah. I feel like there's been like 8 volumes just in the past few years.
I know, right? Because it's just so crazy.
They just kept rebooting.
And it's not even, they're not even changing. Are they changing creative teams?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Because they're finally letting Zeb free of the hellhole they have him under.
Yeah, you know, when your writers start getting death threats about not putting two characters together in a book, there's something wrong with the people that are reading.
Poor that man. Listen, when I saw it was like we were around issue 12, maybe, when I saw him in New York Comic Con a few years back, and I said just the slightest disparaging thing, and his face fell apart. And I can only imagine how much worse it's gotten for him from then to now. So God bless him. Go do something fun with your talent, you know, and that's it. That's it.
That Greg Land cover, it looks like he finished with Mary Jane, and now he's flying off based on that background.
Necron, what's going on, buddy? If you haven't checked out Necron's channel, he does a lot of black metal on his channel. So if you're into black metal, head over to Necron and give him a subscribe to his channel. I'll put the link in the channel in the chat. So and he's in a band, so support your local bands. Paste, there we go. I get my Marvel staples regardless of hate. That's 25% off. Support your LCS. Even though
so much.
I will say this, even though as much as people hate Spider-Man, the runs in the last 5 years, they still buy them.
Yeah, because of the freaking covers. Because of the Spider-Man, Batman covers.
Spider-Man and Batman, they can just be sitting on a toilet for every panel. And it's not going to matter. It's going to sell because it's Spider-Man and Batman.
I don't think the writing for Batman has ever gotten as bad as it was for.
Listen, Batman's had some stale runs. I don't want to hear.
I don't remember that. I don't recall.
You don't recall? Do you love Batman that much? Is that what you're telling me? Apparently, you do. I guess you're 5 years. I guess you're one of those people dignitized by Batman. Okay, all right.
Not in the last 5 years.
In the last 5, really? When he fell out of the freaking stratosphere?
They can't all.
Anyway, so hi guys, how are you guys doing?
They can't all be winners.
I'm like, he is this close to me making a Macy's window comment.
The 5 bullet points of what I did this week in my email response to OPM say your mom. Bullseye plus Hitman equal bullshit, man. Uh-oh. What do you... I'm completionist. I buy to keep my run going. You're the problem.
There's a bunch of them that do that. A bunch of them.
You're the problem, Sticks. You're the problem.
It's just too much. It's too much. And there's, and the only reason they rebooted to a 1 is just so they can say it's issue number 1. Let's have 75 covers.
It's ridiculous. Oh, I think we come to the end of the show.
Damn, that was abrupt.
Abrupt. We've gone over 2 hours. You got stuff you want to
know. That's what I'm saying. We were on this it was like 2 whole hours. Now we're here. Now I'm like, oh wow, we're here. This is it. All right.
Slam on the brakes.
No, we can still talk. I don't mind. Anybody got anything they want to talk about?
I don't know. Like, what are the
I'm sorry.
Like there would have been more. I felt like there would have been more talk about like tonight's topic. I felt like like comic book keys to buy. Like we don't really talk about keys to buy. We talk about keys that are hot, but we don't talk about.
I don't think those keys are hot.
They all have a reason behind them. They all have a movie. They all have Dr. Doom. It's all like everything. Everything has a movie or a TV show. All of them have this some kind of seed. That's like no one's like, wow, do you really love Teen Titans? Here's like 35 Teen Titan keys that you should consider.
I love cold keys. Cold keys make me happy. I love cold keys because
awesome.
I like cheap keys.
Yeah. Cold keys, man. What do I call them? I called them I forgot what I called them. I think I called them small keys. I don't know. I forgot the name that I've been comfortable using. But the point is, them cold keys. You're right, baby.
They're good. I love buying good, solid key books when they're cheap. Why not? That's when you should load up your collection with good keys when the stuff's on a downslope and people forgot about the characters.
Yeah, this week introduced a segment, and it will be a staple to the show, and there will be cold keys. Not everything, like Cliff said, not everything has to have a movie or a project announced. We will be talking about keys.
Yeah, do you know Key Collector has a section called 100 Black Superheroes?
No.
And it's just all keys related to Black superheroes, like Web of Spider-Man, number 99, first appearance of Nightwatch in costume. You know? Let's see. All-Star Squadron, number 23, first appearance and origin of Amazing Man Will Everett. Captain America 117, you know it, you love it, Sam Wilson. Teen Titans number 45, first appearance of Karen Beecher. Who is she? Bumblebee. That's who she becomes.
I love Bumblebee.
You know? Teen Titans number 26, first appearance of Mal Duncan, who becomes the Guardian. Also her boyfriend for a while. You know, Iron Man 284, first appearance of Rhodey Rhodes in the War Machine armor.
Black Lightning number 1.
You know, Black Lightning number 1, Black Lightning. Firestorm the Nuclear Man, number 1.
Black Goliath, number 1.
Well, Black Goliath, number 1 is not his first appearance, is it?
It's his first series.
Yeah, it's first series. Yeah.
Series.
Yeah. Avengers, number 32, first appearance of Bill Foster.
Lobo, number 1, the first black, it was a Western comic. First black hero.
Oh, yeah, first black Western. First black freaking cowboy. Yes. In comics, Static number 1. I shouldn't have to explain what Static number 1 is. You know?
Any of the milestone books.
Yeah, I should not have to explain it. X-Men 36, 19 number 4, first appearance of Sync.
Why do we always need to talk about keys?
Because keys is what kind of moves the story. You want to talk about stories? Then I'll tell you about stories. All right? The Private War of Dr. Doom. Great freaking story. All right? I already got 4 copies. I already got 4 pieces of the issue.
Everyone collects for different reasons.
No, but I'm saying let's talk about all the reasons to collect. This is a great classic story. I've only got 4 of the 9 or 11 pieces of it in my hand, but go get it.
So let's collect. It's fun.
Madonna. Celestial Madonna, great to collect. It's all about freaking Mantis. That who her father is, battling the Zodiac. That shit's great. The Korvac saga. The Korvac saga was legendary. We don't talk about the Korvac saga like we should. His first appearance is in Giant Size Defenders number 3. Who even knew? Did I kill Bruce?
And those are so many books that you can go out there and you can get them cheap. You can get a lot of those books.
And the DC ones are criminally underpriced. Yes. Criminally.
I used to say the same thing about DC Silver Age for years.
It still is.
Because I used to buy, I love DC Silver Age first appearances. Those older Golden Age characters is like, well, nobody's going to shell out the money for the Golden Age character.
Speaking of undervalued DC keys.
Yes.
Forever People number 1. It's a very underpriced book. This book should not be first Dark Side.
Full Dark Side.
Full Dark Side. This book should not be less than $1,000 in a 9.4. This is ridiculous that it's so cheap. It's like $400 or $500.
Yep, that is ridiculous.
On the other hand, I love it for me, so I can still snag a copy someday.
There's a key. There's a little key for you. There's a key.
Oh, ooh.
There's a key for you.
Look at that.
She has a series running now.
Zatanna, baby. Zatanna shows up there.
And she ain't even on the cover. It's okay. Sometimes first appearances ain't on the cover.
Hey, speaking of magicians not getting their due, Doctor Strange's first appearance, he's not on the cover.
Nope.
It's Strange Tales. and it's the Wizard and Paste Pot Pete versus the Human Torch, and like Doctor Strange is like the backup story, not even mentioned on the cover.
My favorite event will always be, it's a tie between the Judas Contract and Inferno. I love me some Inferno.
Yo, Inferno is wild. One of my favorite things about Inferno is that depending on whose book you're reading, they all think it's their fault. Right?
Yes.
I love that.
It was great. It was when X-Men confronted X Factor, I was just like, yes. And
then like, you guys are dead. And it's like, are we?
For all you Cyclops haters, you can go kick rocks, all right? You too.
Again, also runs that you could put together excessively cheap out there to pick up. I mean, granted, you could always go get trades and stuff like that, but it's fun digging sometimes and pulling all those books
my
out.
9-4 is not sus. Oh, what on here? What are you talking about over here? This is a very clean 9-4. Thank you very much.
It's a Forever People book, and they're of Supertown, which they stole the Lucky Strike symbol for.
Ouch!
Oof!
Yeah,
but
a lot of good stuff out there.
I will be doing. I have that book in Royal Bruce. We will be doing lesser keys. We're not just going to be. It's not going to focus on bigger keys. It's going to be focused on characters that are keys in a run. We're going to do DC keys, Marvel keys. We're going to do indie keys. And then I'm going to start getting together a master list of DC Universe logos and start putting out put videos every week about 10 DCU logos so people can dig and find and just get the knowledge out there about these books, because they are very hard to find, especially in high grade, because they are buried in back issue bins.
Biggest pain in the ass books to dig for.
He had me on board right until he brought up that DCU stuff.
That's gonna
have a good time with that.
I couldn't do it because I could not pull every single individual book out.
You have to
look at the bottom to see if it's a DCU logo. That would drive me insane.
Let's talk about how Kraven's Last Hunt is the best Spider-Man story of the 80s.
Again, great story.
Yeah.
There's no denial. Great issues. If you don't know them, get to know them. That's good stuff to look for.
Oh, that's Superman 199. I love
that. Superman 199. I have Superman 199.
I guess the only one I don't have. I have all the rest.
That's the fun thing about this hobby. There's so many goddamn comics out there that and everybody has blind spots. Everybody has collecting holes of I was into comics as a kid and I didn't touch it for 15 years and I picked it back up, or it's on and off. Everybody has all these holes in that stuff. So when you're not seeing anything good that you like new that's coming out, there is so much good old shit back there that you could dig up a hell of a lot cheaper probably than buying all the new stuff.
That's great. Also, we really got to discuss you using other terms than holes. And
gotta fill
gaps
your holes.
In your collection. Gaps in your collection.
I need a class on pre-code horror and old pinup covers. Wow, I'm glad you said that.
I can talk to you about pinup covers all day long.
I'm going to link the show we did on pre-code horror. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Where Joe explains how they went from war
the whole timeline
to romance to science to horror. It was a lot, but it was so worth it.
We definitely cover a good amount of pinup stuff every now and then. That's one of my favorite parts of my collection. All my old pinup magazines.
You got a Betty Page spotlight.
You're missing out on amazing artists from some of the stuff from the 30s and 40s and stuff like that, and a lot of those gentlemen's magazines that had Peter Driven stuff, Billy DeVorce. such amazing artists that were out there at the time that have a large volume of work that is just pretty accessible and reasonable.
Here is the link to Joe's spotlight he did on EC Comics and the different changes from title to title, because it gets confusing if you don't have a roadmap for that stuff.
It is. It's the way those books changed. And EC, people think EC Comics, and you think of some of these Golden Age ones, and you're thinking, oh, they were in business forever. EC had a very short runway of time where they were putting out books, the EC proper of the old stuff. It was a very short window of amazingly amazing stuff.
Sergeant Rock coming, all the war stuff would be nice.
Well, I don't know. Craig dropped out, so I don't know what they're doing now. I guess they'll recast, but
it's what's his name? From the Bear. They're talking to, which I would prefer him over Daniel Craig any day.
Yeah, I like him. I enjoy the Bear a lot.
Who are they talking to from the Bear? The guy playing the Thing?
Yeah, Jeremy White.
Oh my God.
That's his name? Jeremy White?
No, they're talking to Jeremy White, the lead actor in the Bear, not the guy that's playing the Thing.
Oh, the lead, him is Sergeant Rock. I don't know, he's a little short. I mean, he's hot, but he's a little short.
Like I understood when they said they were going to cast him as Bruce Springsteen for the Bruce Springsteen biopic.
Yeah, that made perfect sense.
That made sense to me. Him as Sergeant Rock, I don't know, but I'm fine with it. He likes smoking cigarettes.
You know, we're gonna do some. I'm trying to find ways to make this show better for you guys and give you a better experience every time you come here every Sunday. Because I just don't want to be covering the same old stuff. I want to cover stuff that no one else is covering. And
I don't like to talk about trendy stuff. It gets tired talking about trendy stuff. Everyone's talking about trendy stuff.
Exactly.
It's fun to talk about other stuff sometimes. Yeah. And like I said, we all have gaps in our comic knowledge.
Don't worry. Just keep saying holes. Say you want to fill your hole.
No gaps. I like the gaps. No, don't. You're so dirty, Brucifer. You're so dirty.
I've never met anybody that I'm like, oh, that person knows 100% about everything about comics. Every person I run into in this hobby knows things that I don't know, and I might know some stuff that they don't know, and that's why it's fun on these shows and interacting with the audience and stuff like that.
Thank you so much.
I love when people expose me to new artists and stuff like that I might have not known about.
You know, I'm trying to get Cliff to be here permanently, but you know, he's a busy man.
I am, and I was gonna say, like, you guys, woo. You know, I was like, oh my goodness, only 2 hours tonight. You know, the first thing you had me on, I was passing out. I was like, oh my God, Bruce. You can't be calling on me like that, Bruce. Oh my Lord.
Talk about some Valiant, Gold Key, Ultraverse every once in a while. Trust me, wait until I'm gonna get into my Fawcett comic books.
You know our Gold Key guy, that's Sticks. Sticks
loves Gold Key.
He loves picking up Gold Key stuff.
Are you going to buy Viewbots like some show?
No, no Viewbots here.
No, we don't do Viewbots. I am very happy with the audience that I've attracted to the channel, and I love my audience. They're funny, they don't care, and it's just fun. I love doing this stuff for you guys.
It's fun. It's fun.
You know,
Dirty's like, Cliff is a busy man. I'm tired watching all his streams just today. And I'm like, oh,
Marvel collection's a straight razor collection.
Wow.
Yes, I do. And Dell photo covers are beautiful.
Yeah. And there's good money in Gold Key and Dell stuff. There is. Those books have been abused for years and years and years, but there is a good market for it. You look at a lot of the heritage auctions.
They were dollar bin fillers for so long.
Not even dollar. They were like the magazine boxes without bags and boards, just chucked in there half the time.
Oh, there was some of that too. I forgot. But, Stocks, thank you for being here.
I can't dag David.
Wow. Yeah.
See the viewers request we do a show together, Cliff. All three of us on a show. They're requesting it. I hear it. I'm getting text, email.
Should we like plan like once a month and we just talk about like whatever, like some esoteric thing that we are in love with, that we are either trying to collect or have collected. Or maybe one Sunday a month we make that part of this little adventure. What do you think?
Yeah, we can call it fill in the gap.
Yeah. Fill the holes. Fill in the holes with Cliff.
Fill in the holes with Cliff.
More like filling the holes with Brucifer. He's the hole filler.
I'm
the moisturizer.
I can't. I really can't.
No, you can't. But you've been bringing up all sorts of stuff that make people Google and go, oh!
What?
You're like, no, I didn't know what a steam piler is. People go to Google it.
Listen, I was on the phone with Marco today, and I was telling him that
you guys are like an old married couple. You're on the phone every day with each other.
I know, we talk on the phone for hours. And I was telling him that Pete is going to be on your show on March 8th. And he's like, oh, what do they do over there? I'm like, oh, he's going to do his five comics, and then he's going to do his Bussy Buster. So I had to explain to him what a Bussy was.
Yeah.
Then I had to explain what Bussy Buster meant. And he was like, what are you guys doing over there?
Yeah. I don't know why people listen, I know it's a little dirty. Whatever, but like, come on. Oh, look, Chiba is saying call it Dirty Pleasures.
Dirty Pleasures. Ooh, I like that.
But see, like, I like it, but like, I don't feel like it's that dirty because I'm going to talk about stuff like, oh, look, I got all 4 issues of X-Men Chronicles. Did you guys know? That doesn't feel like a dirty.
I think the dirty pleasure comes in from Joe.
That's not filling the hole at all.
Yeah.
It puts the lotion on the skin and it gets the hose again.
You know what? Well, I bring new terminology. I bring new definition to that whole statement.
Questions. The questions.
The only question Bruce has is like, do I want it? Is Cliff gonna visit? How bad is it gonna be? I'm just so afraid, like most people, that I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna want to touch it, and it's gonna destroy our friendship.
That's why you don't do stuff like that.
Never be the same again.
Oh my God, Bruce! Oh please, like you've never done Friends with Benefits. My God.
What? I have no idea what you're referring to.
Nope. Yeah. Bruce, you got to tell because every time you lie, your tooth gap gets bigger.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea.
No, we're going to call it Fill in the Gaps or Dirty Pleasures or Dirty Gaps.
Hole filling.
Gap fillers. Gap Quest. Dirty Gap Quest.
Dirty Hole Quest.
Dirty Pleasure Quest.
I can come up with something. But it would be fun. I like talking about
That's
stuff.
Pleasure gaps. Pleasure
gaps. There we go.
Don't explain anything to Marco. Make the lazy ass do his own research or make ignorant stupid.
Yeah, when does Marco want to be on my show?
I gotta talk to him because actually, yeah, he gotta reach out to you because he does this whole coach thing on Saturday mornings usually.
All right, so he's gotta do cocktails with Cliff then.
I don't know if you want cocktails with
I don't know if you want drunk Marco. That's a different beast.
Gapping for pleasure with Bruce. Jesus, Sticks, you should be there if that's going to be the case.
I can't with Sticks.
By the way, we had a good time. He was a good guest. In case you missed that as well,
Sticks has a fun, very esoteric collection of stuff.
Yes, and I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
I do as well. I like people that collect different stuff than me.
Oh my god, I got the same day that Pete is going on your show, I'm going on Only Slabs. And for some reason I'm like so nervous. I'm like, why am I nervous?
Because you've never done it before?
Oh, true. So as you can see, my boxes have been moving around. I can't decide what I want to show. I'm like, do I need 20, 25, 22, 20?
Oh my God. B. Dylan Hollis is doing live baking on YouTube right now. It's called Sunday Night Bake. I love him. I love it. Okay, I can only do this once a month. If he's gonna be doing this shit, I can only do this once a month. Because I just need to be watching this young man with his Bacon Across America cookbook right in front of him that you could buy volume 2 on sale right now, while he measures all this stuff and explains the recipe that he's putting together from like 1904 or some shit. Woo! I love it. I love it.
So you got anything coming up, Cliff?
What don't I have coming out?
I don't know.
Monday nights is New Keys and Hot Comics of the Week with the Council of Comics. Wednesdays is New Comic Day with the Council of Comics. All new ducks are being given out for this month, which means a whole new prize being given out for this month. So do tune in. And then of course Saturday I will not be doing Comics and Coffee with Cliff in the morning, but Saturday afternoon I will be with Jess with Batter Days in the Batcave. So that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Mm-hmm. And what else do I got on the calendar? On Velvet Joker's channel, you'll start seeing pieces of my interview with Mitch Haddock about Connecticut GamerCon and Terrificon. That'll be really interesting. And that's about it. I've kept it. And of course, you just mentioned that Pete's going to be on my show March 6th, 8th. All right, let's review. 8th, Comics and Coffee, 10 a.m. Yes. With Pete.
Pete from Renovision. The mastermind behind the CBSI Hot 10 list that everyone looks at every week.
Excellent. Cliff, did you run the Ducks? We ran the Ducks for February, yes.
And you did not win Sticks.
Actually, I completely forgot who won. But I don't think it was Sticks.
And I got tomorrow, we got Kingdom of Nerds. We have Monday Madness, where we give you your pop culture news, movie news, go over the box office for the weekend.
You can find out who wants to be the Joker this week.
Again, this week. By the way, what's his name? Skarsgård. I would give him a chance because he's a freak. I would give him a shot. As the Joker.
He's still the lesser Skarsgård.
He's still what?
The lesser Skarsgård.
The lesser Skarsgård.
I don't care. He could deliver the Joker. He was scary. He was scary as as Pennywise. He could be the Joker. I'd give it to him for the Joker. Not the other kind of give it to him. That would take a little more.
I feel bad. I feel like he's getting typecast. Like he's only allowed to do roles where he has to wear a bunch of makeup and prosthetics to be able to.
But he asked for it. He blatantly told the press that he would do it. Blatantly.
Yeah. He wants to do it.
Wait a second. Did we run the Ducks? No, we couldn't. No, we did not run the Ducks. No, I'm wrong. We didn't run the Ducks. I had to do my wheel yesterday because I forgot that that's my last show of February. That's what happened. Woo! Got me all scared.
We're going to talk about William Shatner wants to come back to Star Trek, guys. Let's talk about that tomorrow.
He needs to join the Shut Up Club.
Hey, he can have the same type of scene DeForest Kelly had when he kind of nibbled through in Next Generation in that one scene. And like, there you go.
In the opening scene of the first episode.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Jared Leto, he's
Skeletor.
He's Skeletor, and he's starring in Tron, the new Tron movie. And Tuesday, we're back with me and Max doing the Power Hour. or as some people like to call it, the Power Bottom Hour.
Oh my!
We might do a Thirsty Thursday show. I'm not sure, depending on what news happens. And then back to the qualified on Friday.
I have no clue what we're doing this
Joe.
No clue what we're doing this Friday.
Dom and Jedi. Just know there'll be cheesecake somewhere baked in.
Hey, we did a nice tribute to Jim Silkey, who passed last week.
Yes.
On Friday. It's nice to run down. The man was amazing. He was a great friend of Sam Peckinpah. Did the costume design for the Wild Bunch. Was the art director for Capitol Records for their albums in the 60s. Won a goddamn Grammy for the art design on Judy, 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 the Judy Garland live album at Carnegie Hall in the 60s. The guy was amazing. And, then had an amazing career as a comic artist and pin-up artist. It's good stuff. And he screenwrote like 6 movies, including the wonderful Paul Brothers and the Barbarians. Good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff.
I got myself hung up on DeForest Kelley because of y'all.
I love DeForest Kelley.
So
go watch Night of the Lepus. He's in that.
So please like, subscribe. If you're watching on the replay, leave a comment. Please sub up to Cliff on comics. If you haven't already, sub up to Renovision. If you haven't already, you should be by now. And next Sunday will be the 1,500 subscriber giveaway. I will be giving away 10 comic books.
So that will be the whole show. It'll be a bunch of wheel spinning.
Is really that going to be it?
No.
Make sure.
But 10 giveaways takes a while.
Catch my trivia as told by Joe this week. What?
Oh, last week's Sticks wasn't there, so
it ran so good. It was smooth.
So I had to do his trivia.
His internet didn't go out.
Always important.
Yeah, I will be giving away some good stuff. If hang around, make sure you put the notification on. And if you're not in the chat when your name is called, you will not win a book. It has been done. I just got my 10th sub. I'm on my way. Let's go, Nerdy.
Yeah.
You are on your way, Nerdy.
My channel.
We all had to climb our way out of the pit.
Yeah.
The pit.
That's all I do for my channel. All I do is I condense my spotlights into like 2-minute presentations that just cycle through with music, so you can just look at the slides. And I think I have 12 subs. But I don't give a shit.
Yeah, because when I started, it took me 7 months to get to 1,000 subs.
Look at Guadalajara. You're so good. He's like, will Cliff be there? I'm like, I unfortunately will not. We will reconvene. I do need to have a revenge. I need a revenge night. For my first time on Renovision, because apparently I didn't know there was some kind of special challenge in what I chose for y'all to read.
Listen,
for the retro
like I said on the stream, when Marco talks, I need an interpreter because he says stuff and expect you to read between the lines and get his full thoughts from the few words he says about stuff.
Not to mention,
he says a lot of words, just not about.
And not to mention, every time I encounter comic book readers who don't like too much reading, I'm befuddled. I'm like, I'm sorry, what is our hobby? Like,
it's a visual medium.
It is, but I expect to read too.
Some books lend themselves to a lot of text, and it's good.
Yeah.
Other books have superfluous text.
I chose Lois Lane spends 24 hours with Wonder Woman, and apparently that was a big mistake for this crowd. It was like this was very wordy read, Cliff. I was like, well, yes, it was 24 hours with Wonder Woman. We were getting in there. We're getting in.
What did we review, Joe, on TAC when I was on there? Was it not Brave and the Bold? First appearance of Challenges of the Unknown, number 7 of
Brutal.
Was it Showcase? Was it
Showcase number 7? That reading that one book was like reading 5 comics that are printed today.
Oh, people don't understand Silver Age and Golden Age and the way they wrote books. I mean, you would pick up a Golden Age book and there would be 9 separate stories in there. I mean, like you get your first Black Canary in a sub story of a book, you know, and it's, you know, she's not on the cover or whatever. It's just some backstory, you know, that's in there.
You know, it's
and
like it's like 12 pages of like, you know, Zatara the magician versus, you know, Ikbid the Ober King. And it's like, what is that? It's like, woo! I hypnotize all your cobras against you. And it's like, and then it's like Superman versus the train bandits. And it's like, Clark, go get on this story. Kent, find out what you can. It's like I'm just gonna go as Mild Man Clark Kent. They'll never suspect I'm Superman when they rob this train. And then there's 9 pages of that. And then like the last few pages is like some young boy, you know, goes fishing with like Barry White. And you know, and you're just like, okay.
It's definitely, if you're not used to looking at Silver Age and Golden Age books, it is a mindset change.
No, so Golden Age is wild. Silver Age, it's still some of what I described, but like it's like there's like more like comedy,
a little more continuity to it.
Yeah, there's a little more continuity. You know, it's like, Jimmy, remember the first 4 times we rejected you for the Legion of Superheroes? We've come to give you another shot. What powers did you accidentally get this week? Oh, well, Jimmy, you're always going to remain an honorary member in our hearts. Good luck, Elastic Lad. Bye. You know, oh no, we came to recruit Jimmy to the Legion of Superheroes, but instead he turned into Turtle Boy.
Turtle Boy.
You know,
I think that was Jimmy Olsen that turned into Turtle Boy.
He did. No, I'm not kidding. I'm taking stuff and messing with it. It's like, oh no, who are these strange girls who know my secret identity as Linda Lee? There's this girl dressed exactly like Saturn Girl in a lead mask. Who could she be? Oh my goodness, you are Saturn Girl. That's right, Supergirl. It's been 1 year since we rejected you for membership because Red Kryptonite made you an adult. And now I brought some girls with me and we're having a new election. And this time we'll take 1 girl and 1 boy. Let's go to the future and do it, Supergirl. And it's like, oh no, this boy auditioning for Legion, he's a brainiac. Oh no. You know?
Legion of Superheroes is
Legion of Superheroes was a lot.
I love them all. I love it. I love
Superboy is just as good. You get some crazy shit in Superboy as well.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, Lana wants Superboy to take her to the dance, but I can't possibly serve punches Clark Kent and be there as Superboy. Oh, little does Lana know that she's dancing with Superboy, but one of my Superboy robots is serving the punch.
The robots. Oh my God, the robots.
Oh no, Red Kryptonite turned me into a woman. What will I do? Oh, Lana, this is our niece, Clara. While Clark is visiting his aunt and uncle in Poughkeepsie, New York, Clara is visiting us here in Smallville. It's like, but who is the Supergirl of Smallville? Oh, you know?
Golden Age was wild.
A teenager did write Legion and made it good. Jim Shooter's first freaking Legion story introduces 4 new Legionnaires: Princess Projecta, Feral Lad, Karate Kid, and Nemesis Kid, and one of them is a traitor. Guess which one, if you're even slightly familiar with Legion. Okay, hints over, Nemesis Kid, because he's the one who later on killed Karate Kid, because apparently you read that badass issue the week before I was on, and I had no freaking clue, Marco.
Oh my God.
Nice. Good stuff.
Some good stuff.
That's a good way to go out on top.
We can do this every week.
No, but I feel like I've set the tone of what that segment could be like once a month.
Yeah. You need to be on Dom's Porn Director segment.
I would, except my stuff will be too gay. You know, first of all, Dom chooses such old ass shit. Like, hello, do you not know that Leah Lisa exists? I was like, is your penis too old and crotchety for something you warmer and younger? You know?
Oh, it's fun going back to the 80s though. The 80s ones were.
It's cute, but like, why are we redirecting 80s porn? Let's do 80s porn plot with like modern porno people. Let's make it work.
That would be fun.
You know?
Although it was fun just to see.
I mean, like, my God, do you
works.
like? I don't like just modern penis and modern coochie. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, but there's
that's not the point. Yeah.
No, it was to get into inside the mind of Dom and see how that worked.
Yo, every time my precious Bruce goes off camera, I wonder, did I send him to die?
Yeah.
What? No.
No, seriously. I'll say something that sounds too much, and then you vanish, and I'm like, oh.
Have you not seen the qualified? Dom,
no, I don't need to see the qualified. I DM with you, and I already know. I already know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. You don't know what I'm talking about. Me, okay.
Tame.
Listen,
we're pretty tame. We're not that bad.
We don't.
Oh yeah, no, y'all are not tame. Y'all just think you're tame because like you're all in it together, you know. But I'm out there watching. I'm like, woo!
Yeah.
Oh, what was that last Saturday?
I'm like, woo, I'm like, we're so close to a circle jerk. Woo!
Listen, I wouldn't give Dom the satisfaction of being in the circle jerk.
No one
People
should.
like, I'm the whole damn show. I was jerking first in 1977. Fucking Dom.
Good times. Good times.
But if you stick around for the show next Sunday, I will be doing a giveaway just to remind you guys for 1,500 subs. We're gonna have a couple of guests popping in and out, saying hi, thank you, whatever. And make sure you check out Cliff. His
He's everywhere.
Legendary on every channel.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I always love having Cliff on.
Yeah,
it's always
I'm semi-legendary.
And by the way, if you guys enjoy Star Wars and you like Star Wars, you can head over to Renovision right now. They're doing Tales of the Dark Side, where it's completely Star Wars, and you get to watch Dom yell about Star Wars will never be the same like his childhood. So fun times over there. So I want to thank everyone. Thank you, Cliff, for coming on. Thank you, Joe, for sticking around and everyone staying awake.
We did. Well, also, we ended at 10, not 11 or 12, so that's great.
Yes.
11. I've never ended it. I haven't done a 4 to 5 hour show since I first started on Mondays.
Listen, whatever thing you invited me to, that went on forever. I left with a crank in my neck. It was. It was.
I'm
rough.
a big fan of the tight 2. A tight 2 hours. A tight 2 is always wonderful.
I also believe in a tight 2, but that's a different thing. I'm thinking.
What, Sammy? What are you talking about? Oh, you missed it. Me and Dom were going back and forth about something, and I'm just like lighting him up on the stream. He's like, "That's okay. I'm gonna get the ammo. I'm gonna unload all over you." Everything just stopped. Like,
and
what?
this is Dom, right? So
Dom.
Good stuff.
Tight 2 holes are the best.
See, love that guy. Love it.
Yes. And if don't forget to come back to the qualified for Joe's Dueling and his cum gutter covers.
I've been very tame lately with my covers.
I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a deal. We'll do the once a month show. I'll host and you multi-stream it.
Sure.
All right. We'll do it. I mean, I'll host and allow whatever. You know what I mean. But we'll do it. It'll be great.
So have a good night, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with us. And we will talk to you later.
Bye.